What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, vibing out, man, living our best life. You know how we do. Can never complain, baby. It is a beautiful Monday now that I think about it. Was a jam-packed, action-packed weekend, man. Definitely enjoyed that to the fullest. And now here we are, man. You know, getting a chance to drop another show the day before OTAs officially start. I'm excited about all of it, man. It's just a good time right now, man.
Nice. I'm glad you're up and kind of aware of the timeline here. I had no clue when these OTAs are starting.
Yeah, the only reason I know is because my schedule changes tomorrow.
Okay.
I know I gotta, like, in the morning once I take the kids to school, I'm not going to the station over here. I gotta go down to the facility. And that's all I keep thinking of now. I'm like, yo, the traffic. All right, the traffic. What time do I need to leave? How can I get through the tunnel? Make sure I'm there for the start of this show on time. So that's why I'm really aware of the start date.
Understood.
But yeah, man, it's exciting times, bro.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we just talked about it. Was it last podcast or 2 podcasts ago? Who's showing up?
Yeah.
So now that I know, I'm actually kind of looking forward to tomorrow.
Get a chance to see who.
2, it's it. I mean, I'm not even gonna front. 2, it's it. I mean, Deontay Johnson, we know if he's not showing up,
The boy said 2, it is it. That's the one.
Deontay Johnson's not that big of a deal because we know it's contract related. We already talked about that. He's gonna play.
Yeah.
Whether he's disgruntled or not, that's that. But it's 2. I mean, that's a big deal.
So for me,
That's this whole offseason building up to this point. We haven't really addressed defensive line outside of drafting the Marvin Leal.
hey yo, I'm not gonna lie. I love when Taco Meat Deke shows up because Taco Meat Deke don't dance around. He don't play around. He cuts right to it.
Yeah.
He say, look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. To it, all right? It's to it. That's the one I need to know. Is he there or not? I can respect that, so I will make sure that I'm looking for him tomorrow. I said to myself,
You might not be able to report it, though.
well, no. I have my ways around it. We talked about it, in the past.
Did you see a number 91 out there?
Because I said to myself, I was like, I have some things that I'm looking for. But then I said, I'm sure it's going to be some things even that you might be looking for, even the chat. And I figure, every couple of days that I'm down there, maybe, all right, I'll give you a little quick update in the most, job-friendly way that I can. So that way I don't get in trouble with the higher-ups, the suit and ties over there.
Definitely.
But I can still be real to the culture, which is our podcast over here. But yeah, man, I was like, between Tuitt, because he's definitely the big one. I was even thinking of, well, who's going out there with the one offense at quarterback?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Trubisky?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Is it Kenny? Is it Mason? Like, where does Kenny fall in the rotation? Like, I want to see all of that. So I'm excited about that and the fact of the timing of it that I'm going to get to see that Tuesday. And then we come right back in here on Wednesday and have our show. So it's like, man, I might even give you a little update on Tuesday, but we know come Wednesday, I'm going to have seen 2 practices by the time we had this show. We're going to be all right, man. We're going to have some legit info, man.
This is something I don't think I thought of when we were talking about the division of QB reps. Or maybe I just forgot to say it. But it'll be interesting because you got Trubisky, who's had the most success out of the 3, I would say, just in terms of NFL.
Right.
But he's the new guy.
He is
Mason,
the new guy.
He's been a tenured veteran with the Steelers.
He has been.
Pickett, he's the first-round pick. But he's the rookie.
The shiny new object. Yeah.
How are they weighing all those options?
Yeah. On all 3, you can make a case for it. You have a storyline for each one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited, though, man. I'm legit.
Are you allowed to say that?
Say what?
Who got the first team reps?
Put it like this. I know how I'm going to say it to you. I'm not going to tell you it right now because I don't want to blow my cover just in case. I need some plausible deniability. You know this. I need some plausible deniability. So if it were to come up and they're like, hey, we watch the show because I've told you they watch it. They're tuned in. But it's like, hey, man, they might see something like, hey, man, we heard how you said it this way. Well, if I phrase it a certain way, I don't know if that's frowned upon until after I've said it. But if I say it ahead of time, then I'll know, and I can't know. If I know, then I'm stuck. You know what I mean? So I have my ways of giving you that.
Ask questions later.
Come on, man. What they say is it's better to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
Yeah.
That's what they say, right? So I'm gonna test it out.
Did you call up a lawyer?
No,
Did you draft something up?
But my thing was, I figured I'd rather try asking for forgiveness with my job than doing it in my marriage. You know what I mean? Because certain things, oh man, you the husband, man, you do what you want to do. Just ask for forgiveness. No, I don't think it works like that. So I figure I'll try, like I said, with wifey, and then we work our way down.
You definitely have some pull within the organization now, I think. You've been an upstanding employee.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Not only with your playing days, but definitely.
Even now.
Yeah, you've definitely done some good things
I fight it
for them on the
fight.
media side.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I mean, you were in the trenches last year.
Come on, man.
Doing the interviews.
I was ground zero, man. I was a part of the COVID testing every morning to show up. I've been a part of that culture. You know what I mean? I'm down.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even talking about that. I was talking about you doing the interviews before the game.
The game day ones, yeah. But I'm even thinking about even before then when it was like harder COVID and you couldn't even go in the facility around the people. It was like, nah, you have to be on this list and you got to get checked every morning. Even if you're vaccinated, not vaccinated, it does not matter. 6 a.m., we checking you in. We're going to have your results right away. I felt real official. I ain't going to lie to you. It sucked waking up at 5 in the morning. Actually, 5 in the morning to be down there to get tested. 6 a.m. at Hines. But it was necessary, you know? It just had to do sometimes.
So it was right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like 10 minutes or on the spot?
It's
a minute?
I felt like it was like on the spot, bro. Yeah,
wow.
It was crazy. I don't know what they had, man, but
because
it was crazy fast, bro.
Whenever I had to do it out in L.A., that was like an hour wait.
Yeah.
And that was, in November? So whenever you were doing that was before the season even started. Yeah. So, yeah. Steelers got resources. That's probably how.
NFL, they don't mess around. Like this. I felt really comfortable knowing when I was getting tested. I was like, oh, yeah, trust me. If anything goes wrong, they're going to know before I even get to my car. Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry. Yeah. I took that first test. He's like, oh, yeah, you're good. I'm like, you sure? Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. You're good. You can go through now. I'm like, oh, all right. Let that thing have been a thought of it being positive. Oh, no, you got to turn around, mister. Yeah. Because remember, they were sending dudes home during that time frame. You couldn't even be around the facility or nothing, man.
Yeah.
So it was definitely dope, man. But like I said, I have my methods already in place that I've already thought through of how I can communicate, who took what reps, how certain players might have been looking. You know what I mean? Like I got some stuff in the lab. So we're gonna make it work, man.
I'm excited then.
We're gonna make it work.
Excited for Wednesday's show.
Absolutely. So with that being said, man, since we got a show today and we got to talk plenty, got multiple hoop games we got to catch up on. We got to talk about the DBs, Steelers DBs. We also had a former teammate of mine flirt with coming out of retirement. So we're going to talk that as well, man. But I'm excited though, man. So as we always do, let's start the show off the right way, man. Let us know where you are tuning in from. We will give you that big boy shout out, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Brent Fox, Dallas, Texas, 214.
Let's
go.
Show.
I got it now.
Show.
I'm not stumbling on that anymore.
Man, you down now, bro.
He even said beforehand, says, Deke, great job. I guess he was predicting that I was going to hit it pretty good there.
He knew, man. He knew.
We got Jacob Malacio. 919 NC in the house as always.
Let's go.
Got the spaceship going.
Let's go. Major gas alert. I love it. Love it.
Kenneth Moses, greetings from the 757 Virginia Beach. Site of Deke and Moats' summer home.
Oh, hey now.
Is he trying to rent us out something? Do a live show? Is that what he's trying?
Sounds like, man. He
Virginia Beach is nice. Bro. We took some family vacations down there. I really liked it.
It is dope, man. It's not that far. We can get there. Quick flight, a little bit of a drive. But we can make it happen, man.
Oh, flight. Yeah, what is it? Like a 5 or 6 hour drive? So we drove.
I'm trying to think from here. No, it's probably gonna be closer to 7 from here.
Yeah, it makes sense. I remember it wasn't the best drive of all time. It was a little long.
It's got a little length on it, but it's doable though.
It definitely is.
Definitely doable.
You made it work.
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Zach Miller, 941, Sarasota, Florida.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Brian Wilson, a lot of people tuning in from the crib today. 757 Newport News.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Let me take a couple of these, man. That boy Trey, the 901, Memphis, Tennessee. For sure. With that black and gold love, baby, we appreciate you as always. Nate T tuning in. He says, what up, Moats? What it do, player? Nashville. 615 Tennessee in the building. E-Dub. Shout out to E-W right here. The 619 San Diego. Anytime I think of 619, I think of Rey Mysterio as well, man. Shout out to all my WWE, my wrestling fans out there. All right, Donald Griffin, Boston, Massachusetts. Or should I say Titletown, right? No?
I thought that was Green Bay. Green
Bay
right. Self-proclaimed themselves that.
City of Champions. That's what they call it.
That's
Boston,
us.
Right? I thought the dude from Boston said City of Champions the one time.
He said that, but
he did say that.
We say that here.
Okay.
There's T-shirts with that.
Fair enough. Who has more championships between the two cities?
Well, they have an extra team. That's the problem.
They have an extra team?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're right.
I think in
you're funny for that.
2 or 3 seasons where we had professional basketball here, we won an ABA championship.
Fair enough.
I forget what team it was. We had the Pittsburgh Pipers and the Pittsburgh Condors. One of those two won an ABA championship.
Fair enough.
That's pretty good efficiency right there.
I would
It was
agree.
like 3 or
I
4
would agree.
seasons we won a championship.
All right, so if we take out our basketball teams, then we should be on par then, right?
We got to be close.
Because I'm trying to think, Sox versus Pirates, that's the only part.
We had a lot in. They're kind of like the Pitt Panther championships. We had a lot in.
Oh no!
Like Honus Wagner, I think we
do.
We have like 9 or 10. And you got to think the Sox went on a huge drought.
My man,
the Babe Ruth curse.
He said, "Yo, it's kind of like the Pitt Panthers. You know, we got these championships, baby.
They count though. They count because baseball is baseball. That's the one thing
True,
you could
very
really
true.
compare
Very
stats. I know it's still a little bit different because players have different training regimens.
Right.
The game changed a little bit, but stats are stats. It's the same game
It's pretty
pretty
much
much.
the same,
Dude's pitching, you're hitting
Absolutely.
it. So I think those count.
Okay.
Those
Fair
definitely
enough,
count.
then, man. Fair enough.
I still count the Panther ones. I can understand why maybe some people don't.
They
I don't know why though. Why not?
I guess it's kind of
Because
like,
it's football. It's the same thing. Football's football.
A little different, man. A little different. Yeah.
It's like a modern era type of thing versus.
I've heard some people say when it's segregated, it really still shouldn't have counted, or when they're saying like it was so old that still everything was in black and white, doesn't really count the same. I'm like, all right, I get it, man, I get it. My rule is if it was segregated, I really don't count those. That's just me personally. But not everybody feels that way. That's just how I look at it. Because I'm like, man, we seen what it looked like when everybody got to play. It was very different. So I don't really care about when it was just one particular group playing against themselves. It's like, no, we got some dogs over here too. Let's have a little fun.
Understood. Yeah. But I think it's close. You got to think.
You got to throw it in there, though, right?
Steelers, Patriots. We're tied right now with 6. I would think the Penguins have more than Boston. We got 5. Boston was one. Boston was one of the original teams. They had a little run. That's probably close too. Yeah. I think they have 1 or 2 in the last 20 years. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if they have any back in like the 60s, 70s. That's my thing. But they were one of like the original hockey teams too. Yeah. Penguins kind of came on early as well. So it's close. It's definitely close.
I like
it. We got our case.
I like it. Well, I'm rolling with us anyways, man.
I am too.
Let's go. All right. Let me see. Let me get back over this thing, man. I totally got lost. Hold on. Hey, now, wait a minute. What we got? Oh, there we go. All right. Got the homie Litzberg Sib in the house. The 304 Hell, West Virginia. They say it's almost heaven. That's what they say when it's like that out there in West Virginia. Would you agree? You don't agree it's almost heaven?
I don't go down there enough.
It's beautiful though, man.
I've heard it's nice. I mean, the Appalachian Mountains. You got the woods and scenery and all that type of stuff.
Beautiful university over there too, man.
I don't know about that.
No, that was just
I don't know about that. I've only been there I think once or twice, and I wasn't that big of a fan.
What?
It wasn't anything special. Kind of run down, if anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's why I like taco meat. Deke in the house. Let's get it. Alrighty, and I get a couple more after that, man. We will get to these supers. Mike Matizik, the 201, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, at work, grinding it out. Well, don't work too hard, big fella, but I'm glad to hear you in the house. And then my last one is Lee Weirich. Think I said that right? Lee Weirich, the 814, Mount Union, PA, in the house. Where's Mount Union at, bro?
I don't know.
All right, just check. I was hoping I wasn't the only one that did not know where Mount Union was.
I have no clue.
Okay.
We got some super chats, though. Official momentum.
Let's rock
Says
out.
Moats and Deke, sorry for spamming y'all inbox.
Oh, it's all love, baby. We ain't tripping. It's all love. Communication is key. We appreciate you.
Also says, AJ Brown said his life was threatened by the trade.
Dang.
I did see he posted like a 2 or 3 paragraph message in his notes to, it was either Twitter or Instagram. I didn't really understand what it was about. It was definitely something to do with like I gotta live my own life. I gotta do what's best for my family. But I didn't really know that he got threatened by the trade.
Jeez, yeah.
Who would that be? I guess that's people down in Tennessee that's not happy with him.
Upset, but I mean, yeah, he needed his money.
I didn't really. Yeah, that's kind of what he explained. He's like, I'm doing what's best for me, and I didn't
Career
really.
Too short, life too short, baby. Do what makes you happy, man.
I guess I would have to reread it, but maybe Official Momentum knows more than us. Maybe he dug a little deeper in it with the research.
Yeah, that's wow.
Could be the case. I mean, it had a little bit of that in the tone, but I didn't think it went all the way there. I think it was just more like, I'm trying not to upset you guys. I'm just like taking care of my family type of thing. Yeah. You know, you guys got to understand that.
Only in sports, man, do you got to apologize for taking a new job that pays you a little bit more, man. It's crazy. Crazy concept.
Fish momentum. Deke, Moats beat you at golf, question mark.
No, this is the teacher. I'm the student. Come on, man. Yeah, I shoot that down, bro.
Well, you'll see. The shot challenge video is coming out soon.
Down, man. Listen, I'm like... I was going to call myself Anthony McFarlane to your Najee Harris, but I ain't want to go that far for myself.
Oh, you giving yourself credit?
I ain't want to be that. I just wasn't feeling that one. I'm the Dan Moore to... You want to be Dotson or you want to be Chooks? Which one you want to be?
I think that might be disrespectful to me.
Might be. You're not feeling the Dotson one? That's your
I'll
man.
take Dotson. I'll take Dotson.
That's your man, yo.
Yeah, I'll take
That's
Dotson.
your man.
I'm good with that.
Like Dan Moore's young. He's a rookie. That's what I was trying to think.
Dotson was having a good season until he got hurt. I'll take that.
And like he has a signature, accessory, the rhinestone do-rag. Your signature accessory is the taco meat. So there we go. Yeah.
Black and Martyr giving us some support. Official Momentum also says, what's good, guys?
What they do?
My Steelers stories.
Oh, here it is. # be prepared.
Then talks about Ambition the Kid. Says follow on all social media outlets.
There it is.
And then brings up the quarterback position. Says either Mitch, Mason, Kenny, or me is the starting quarterback. Says prayers to Steelers family, Moats and Deke. Always got to do that, right?
No, absolutely. I was about to say,
throw the prayers up, send the positivity out there.
Never need nothing wrong to have a little prayer going, man. Always send them prayers this way. Absolutely.
Official Momentum, Deke at QB. # battery fire hazard. # fire marshal Deke.
Hey, man.
I like that. Fire marshal Deke.
You got a little flamethrower all of a sudden.
I keep forgetting to send out the battery. Did I show you the battery yet? I took a picture of it.
No one's seen this battery yet, bro.
I got to send it out.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to.
You got to see the damage, bro.
Official Momentum. I got Kiesel and more. # my Steelers stories. # be prepared. Also says Watt and Pat coach girls flag football game.
Yeah.
Frymouth.
Yeah. The Steelers, man, they're doing this flag football league. Not just them, but around like different NFL cities, they're trying to get just young ladies more involved and just continuing on with sports. So yeah, man, that was dope little concept. I saw that, man. Yeah.
You've done that before.
Yeah, I had a scheduling conflict. They had asked me to kind of do it as well. But no, I like it. I like the thing though, man. They started up, I want to say last year. They had a couple of the games, and now they're kind of doing it more and more often and stuff. It's cool, man, because they were saying like I guess statistically most young ladies, it's like a huge drop off once they get out of 8th grade. They just stop playing sports. Yeah. Period. So they were talking about just different things to keep them intrigued and keeping them more involved with the game of football as well. So I like the concept, man.
Booyah says, what up, y'all? Tuning in from the 651 STP, Minnesota. It looks like St. Paul, Minnesota, I'm guessing.
Let's go.
Deke with the baby face.
Facts.
Says, you get mad after yesterday's stream that you had to shave your face to start fresh. Oh my!
It was rough.
Can I show you this actually? Let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is what we were dealing with right here.
Rough day? Hard day at the office?
No, I played good.
Okay.
I played good. No, it's not on YouTube. It's on Twitter. I posted this. This is what happened.
Hey, what is your home picture, bro?
What? For what?
Your border picture on your Twitter thing, man.
My dad and Mike Tomlin.
Oh, I didn't know.
You never seen that?
No, bro. I was like, is that Coach T over there?
Yeah. My dad took a picture with Mike Tomlin.
Shout out, man.
At a bar. It was a few months ago or something. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's dope.
All right. So look at this. Let me get this full screen for you. So hold on. The score's 27-20.
Okay.
20 seconds left. You could see where he's at. He's around the 40-yard line. Yeah. So I'm just kind of playing prevent, just trying to look out for things here. Playing good defense. Watch what happens here.
Here we go. Moment of truth. The bomb. Did he throw a flag? In the end zone. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Didn't even touch him.
Bruh.
Didn't even touch him.
Wow.
I'll show you the replay real quick.
Yeah, that's... Even in real time, that don't look like it should have been a call. No way, bruh.
That was the game I ended on. So, yeah, I was pretty heated.
Question, did you get a stop at the goal line afterwards?
Yeah, as you could tell, I was pretty heated. Me being heated, I wouldn't. Listen, I wouldn't be talking about that play if I would have made the goal line stop.
Oh,
dude had
man.
like a juiced up Bo Jackson card though that I couldn't stop.
Sick. Oh, that is sick right there, bro.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, man.
Fisher Momentum says he promised to do an event for the kids. Is that Najee?
I hope so. No, that'd be dope, man. If they do, man. Oh, wow. I got one to show you. Yeah,
Oh,
passed
yeah,
over
yeah.
to
I see that.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah, early prediction for Tomlin lost this season. Carolina. I guess we were talking about either Carolina or Atlanta, right?
Yeah, but see, it's going to be one. No, I'm calling the Jets game. I'm saying it's the Jets or Panthers, but I'm leaning Jets for the Tomlin
Jets
game.
is early, though.
I know.
It was that week 3, right?
Yeah, but
week 2?
But we both, no, it was
week 3.
4. It's 3 or 4.
Because Patriots are week 2, right?
Because we both were already looking at it, was like, oh, that should be a gimme. It's the Jets. And it's always the ones we say, oh, that should be a gimme. Those ones we lose.
Jesus Pacheco. If Hunt becomes GM, who takes his spot? Moats?
I don't know who's taking this spot. I'm hoping that you would
Scouting
say my
report.
name as the asking. Yes, not saying that he's going to be taking it because that's not happening. But, yeah. Ah, man, who would take his spot? I mean, they got a couple of younger scouts within the system, man, that are building up, but you know what I'll say is this, though, man. The good thing about the scouts is this. All of them, I do feel that have been under B. Hunt are still going to be prepared to take on that role or at least step into it if they need to. As long as B. Hunt is here, I feel a lot more confident with that also, if that makes sense, because he would still be in-house. So we're still going to benefit from his eye, benefit from his ability to evaluate talent. Whereas if he is out the organization and now you're talking about one of his understudies potentially taking over for him in that role, I don't know how excited I feel about it. I'll probably still be optimistic, but I'll be a little bit more cautious just because we wouldn't have him in the building to still be there and be hands-on. Kind of like when we talk about Kevin Colbert. Like, we're excited about whoever this new GM is going to be, but we're not losing our minds over because we know we're still going to have Kevin Colbert around in some capacity. So as long as B. Hunt is still in the facility, well, yeah, man, it doesn't matter who we upgrade. I still feel really confident about it.
That's still his specialty.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas if he is not in the organization because he leaves to go somewhere else, Buffalo, it's just one of them things, you know? Wow, just what? You want him to go there. I know how you feel.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No.
You sure?
No.
I saw you when I talked about Buffalo last time. When we getting the assistant GM interview, you was like, yo, you started smiling real hard. Yeah. You was cheesing, bro. I seen you.
I want us to get our first option. Just kind of like the quarterback in the draft. If Brandon Hunt's our first option, we better get him. Don't let him leave.
It's probably Omar Khan as our first option, man. Behind come on to Buffalo, bro. It's all right.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah. That's probably how it is, man.
I did hear some stuff that we might know sooner rather than later, even though we both thought Steelers are going to take their time. Could we know before June?
That's what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. Less than 2 weeks. Actually, 1 week, pretty much.
Yeah. But
23rd.
7 days, yeah. Absolutely. Or 8 days in this sense, yeah, because it's 31 days. And that's when Kevin Colbert's contract is up, May 31st.
Yeah. So yes or no on before June?
I hope it's yes, but I'm going to say no.
Okay. What about the week after? First week in June.
I would hope so. I just don't know if they're going to feel like they have to do it that fast, man.
Yeah, because as we said, you just have Colbert around anyway. He could still make a move or two in some type of part-time role.
Yeah.
He knows enough.
Hey, listen, man, if Kevin Colbert and company want to do us a favor, man, hold off to the second week of June before you make a decision on who's hiring what, you know?
Why is that?
Just because that's when there's no OTAs. Everything's over.
And
we got them 4 weeks before the season starts. Yeah. If you want to do it then, that's when you do it.
Better timeline for stories and things to talk about.
Hey, help us help you. Come on, man.
Fisher Momentum. Crazy Melodies Volume 2. Coming when? #ambition. Kyle Monier.
Uh-oh.
He has been on fire with these hypotheticals. He's got another one here.
Oh, Lord, he about to make me nervous.
Najee goes down.
Oh, Lord.
Which RB are you putting in to take the load off Kenny? Okay. All in their prime. Mendenhall, D'Lo, or Willie Parker?
I'm biased. I'm going D'Angelo Williams.
Wow.
I'm biased.
Wow.
Not even thinking. And Willie's my dude.
Now, this is interesting.
Willie's my dude, but I'm going D'Lo without a doubt, man.
This is interesting because we're going off of this hypothetical, right?
Yes.
Because if you just told me all three in their prime, I am no question taking Willie Parker.
Okay.
No question.
Now, when you say in their prime, are you saying in their prime as a Steeler or just in their prime as a whole? Because do you think Willie Parker had a better career than D'Angelo?
That's actually a good question.
Okay, yeah.
That's actually a good question.
Yeah. Because D'Lo was a dog in Carolina, bro.
Jeez, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm only thinking of his Steeler career. Yeah, he had like a 1,500-yard season.
Yeah, bro. When he came from when he came from Carolina, he was their all-time leading rusher, bro. He like everything. He was their guy.
Thanks for refreshing me on that. I would take D'Angelo because he could be the best of both between Mendenhall and Willie Parker. He could run in between the tackles, I think, a little bit better than Willie Parker, take more of a blow. Whereas Parker was a speedster. No. That's why I was going to say Mendenhall for this case, just because I think he could replicate Najee better than the other three.
Yeah.
And in his prime, we're not talking about him fumbling in the Super Bowl. In his prime, he was a really good running back. I'm going to take D'Angelo, though. You're right. I mean, if you're giving me his best Carolina season, he might have been one of the top 3 running backs in the league at that point.
Dude. He was a nightmare at times, bro.
That's a good question, but yeah, I'll go D'Angelo. But if you're asking me just Steeler career, how about that? Steeler career prime, I would go Willie Parker out of those 3. But in this hypothetical, I'm with you. I'll go D'Angelo. I forgot about that. If you could do prime, because we were talking about Joe Hayden with Cleveland. Even I mean, we would have one of his seasons if we were talking about him versus Ike Taylor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you got to do it again with this one. I'm with you. Yeah, you got D'Angelo. All right, so one more.
That was a good hypothetical, though, man. I just don't like the thought of Najee getting hurt right now because, unfortunately, we don't have Mendenhall, D'Lo, or Willie Parker backing him up. I thought we was about to have one of those. Remember we talked about would you rather have
McFarland or Benny?
Or Landry? I thought it was going there. I was like, oh, would you rather have McFarland or Benny? I'm like, bro.
Nah, what would he have said? He needs to be an old backup running back that wasn't that good. Who would he have said? McFarland or Samuels?
No. Here it is. Would you rather have let's see, who would have been?
Josh Harris, Ben Tate.
Josh Harris, there we go. Because Ben Tate,
Josh Harris or McFarland? You got McFarland.
Okay.
After Harris said that about Ben, he can't be back here.
Well, you let AB say it, you ain't saying about him?
AB was good. Come on, dude.
All right, what about
AB's got some clout to at least say whatever.
Ben Tate. If it was Ben Tate and McFarland, I probably would go Ben Tate.
In their prime?
Yeah, because Ben Tate
had some years. He had a couple good seasons with the Texans. Yeah. I think you got to go Ben Tate for sure. Yeah. But whenever we got him for that playoff game, I don't know where he was.
I don't either.
Because, he wasn't. His mind was definitely not on that field. I mean,
this is the OG running backs that throw it in now. I'm seeing Jonathan Dwyer. I'm seeing Najee.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Isaac Redman. Okay.
Yeah. Actually those 3 are a great comparison right there. That's just a bunch of the same. Pick your poison.
I would probably go Dwyer because I think he came out with me. I remember him. Was it Georgia Tech, if I think correctly?
Yeah, 6th round pick.
Yeah. So I would be a little biased towards him, but yeah, I'm not really feeling any of that group right there, man.
No, there's no reason. Yeah. I would probably lean Redmond just because whenever he was a backup, he had some good goal line moments. Okay. Like we really liked him. He's like, oh man, this is cool. Steeler running back. But when he got into the full-time role, it wasn't the same. It's just we had low expectations for him as a backup. Would drop the shoulder, would truck someone here and there. You get excited, but then full-time, there's a reason like we had to draft Le'Veon Bell after doing the Isaac Redmond, Jonathan Dwyer experiment.
Got you.
Pretty much.
That's funny, man. All righty. So let's get to this first topic then, man. Had a little hoops action, man, going on last night, baby. Had a little hoops action. Now, we've seen, it's been, 2 games since our last episode,
yeah,
man.
Friday night, Mavs Warriors, and then yesterday.
Yep. So, right now, man, Warriors sitting at 3-0.
I might be right on that take, huh?
Yeah, this thing's over with, bro.
I might be right on that one.
Yeah.
But I still think Luka's the best player in the series. He just doesn't have help.
Yeah. Well, I thought last night was really evident of that, too, man. You watch what he was able to do, man, and he was responding every single time. That was the other part, man. Like, sometimes you would think of, seeing the Warriors beat them, and you think, man, all right, Luka must have had all of night. And it's like, nah, man, Luka was answering. He was hitting threes down the stretch. He was getting to the bucket down the stretch. Even when he got dunked on by Wiggins, he still came back and hit like the next 3-4 shots. Like, that was the crazy part too, man.
What are they doing trying to call that an offensive foul initially?
I have no. That's the Luka. Like Luka, Bro, you seen as soon as he get dunked on, he throw his head back. I'm like, bro, what, like, you can get dunked on without faking like you got shot. All right. Look, he made it look worse.
Wiggins was awesome though.
Oh yeah. Well, he went for what? 27 last night, man.
When it was a lot of like tough points in the paint.
Or double on top of that, yeah.
Yeah, tough points in the paint with that dunk. I thought he was physical, looked really confident. It wasn't kind of the Wiggins you've come to expect, unfortunately, just with how his NBA career played out. This is what probably you expected from him whenever he was drafted number one overall coming out of high school. He was supposed to be like a generational type of player, but good for him.
It's like him trying to do that night in and night out. That's where the drop off happens, and that's why you can't have your offense revolve around him. You got to have a Steph and a Clay. But when he's your third, or in some cases fourth option, depending on what Jordan Poole is doing, now you're talking about having that next high end piece when he's playing like how he was last night. That was different, because he has the length and athletic ability to guard. And then at the same time, he can create. He can score on offense, crazy athletic ability. So you could definitely see it. I mean, since he's been in Golden State, though, he's looked different. But it's because he's no longer that main option anymore. He's got that pressure taken off of him. And I think that for him, he's really able to just thrive in those moments, man.
KD light.
Yes.
Light.
Yes.
Add an extra light there. Because,
super light.
Yeah. He doesn't have the shot making like KD, but the length. And you could see the similarities. As long as the Golden State core can be solid. Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond, which, they all were yesterday. They didn't even need Jordan Poole. Then you can have a dude like Wiggins emerge and take on that KD type of role.
And it works perfect when your opposition, even though others are scoring, you got Reggie Bullock over there going for the big goose egg. You're like, bro, how you playing 30 minutes and you're not scoring anything out there, baby? And just the night, 2 nights before he dropped, was it 20-something points, man? Like, look, night and day. That kills you also, man. But that goes back to when they're talking about Luka needing some help. That's mainly that, man. So,
because you got Dinwiddie, you got Brunson. They'll give you something.
So you just gonna casually leave my boy out though? Okay, that's fair. He dropped a cool 9 last night.
Well, no.
He had a little 9-piece. Give him some love, man.
But that's like his game.
It is. He's 3. He's not a scorer. He's a defense intangible glue guy. Yeah.
I'm talking about 2 guys that you could take the ball out of Luka's hands and they could at least do something.
Yeah, that's definitely not his game.
Yeah, shake it up a little bit. And Brunson did. They both showed up. Literally, no one else showed up though. I mean, your boy. You're right. He did what he was supposed to do. Yeah. That's it. But literally, no one else showed up. So that's how you get the result you got. It wasn't even like that crazy of a blowout or anything because Golden State was missing at times too. It was like, well, hold on. How'd this play out? Mavericks went up, but then Golden State really went up, and then Mavericks brought it back in the first.
But it was the third quarter. I feel like it's always been the third quarter.
And then it basically got tied before halftime.
Yeah.
And then, you're right. Warriors got up like, what, double digits, like 10, 11, 12.
And then from there, I think
it was basically that the whole time.
Like
it was like 6 or 7.
Yeah, that was every time. And that would always be in response to Luka hitting a shot after Golden State didn't hit 2 or 3 shots. And the other part was this, man. Anytime Golden State would miss, they were still getting a rebound, getting another chance at it.
That was a big difference.
Yeah, for Dallas, if Luka didn't hit that first one, they weren't getting a second shot. And it just, you could just see it caught up to it, man.
Yeah, Golden State, I guess you could say out physical them. They just wanted it more. But also, I do just think they have better players as well.
No, they definitely have the better team, I think. Are we talking sweep, though?
Yeah, it's going back to Golden State. Mavs need to win one of these 2 at home.
Are the brooms out? That's the real question.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a sweep at this point. They needed one of those 2, and Mavericks could have won either one of those 2.
Of them. The last 2 they could have won.
Specifically Game 3, because they were up most of that game. They just collapsed. Yeah, it's going to be a sweep. I think Steph and that crew is going to take pride in getting a sweep here.
Yeah. All right. So how you feeling?
Especially at home.
So since we are projecting the sweep, with that, who's getting the Magic Johnson West Coast Conference Finals Most Valuable Player Award?
Steph. He's been most consistent.
It's got to be Steph, bro. Heck yeah.
Steph.
Heck yeah. As much as I like what Poole has been doing, it has to be Steph, bro.
Yeah, they didn't even need Poole yesterday.
Yeah. Steph he's on one, bro. And I like the fact that he's not just hitting shots, it's the gamesmanship as well of him going back at Luka. Like, you can see them like, all right, I'm celebrating, I'm beating my chest, they going at the bench. Like, I'm loving that type of energy right there. But I definitely feel like it's Steph, bro.
Yeah, the 1-3. I remember, I think it was the corner. It Was it his bench behind him?
Yeah,
he did the no look.
Hey, bro,
he threw it up and just turned around.
It killed it, bro. It killed it.
What can you do? He's playing that good, and he's driving too. I mean, he's getting some of these layups.
Yeah, they're taking what the defense gives them. Like when they're chasing him off the line, he doesn't mind. Him and Clay, man, they're going to the rack. I definitely like that, man.
Draymond played good. He had his top of the key three that he gets.
Oh my god!
Every 2 or 3 games. But when he hits it, it's like the dagger that.
It always.
If you're the opposing team, it just kills you.
It's always like cash, nothing but net. I'm just like, yo, why and how?
Yeah, Looney played good too. Like I said, just better team.
Bro, the
better team.
look 3 was filthy though. Now that you just said that, he got me thinking about that. Yeah, that was filthy.
What do you think then?
What in turn? I said I'm with you.
Sweep.
I say definitely. I think sweep and I think Steph, man. Going to the more competitive game or the more competitive series.
Well, you might have to get me up to date because I missed the Saturday night game for this one. Miami Celtics. I missed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
After me saying Boston's gonna win out.
So that was the crazy part there.
I might think the Heat's gonna win this one.
Yeah. So what happened in that game? Oh, it was the injuries, man. That was when Jimmy Butler went down, but Bam stepped up, bro. They had no answer for Bam. He went for like 30 points on him, bro. Yeah, they started running the offense through him. Kyle Lowry came back. He played what, 20, 30 minutes?
They're saying Hero's going to be out.
Yeah, with the groin injury. So no Hero tonight. I don't think that matters realistically. I still think Boston wins tonight. I was very surprised though to see Miami get that win though, man. I thought that
first game back in Boston.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was gonna be different, man. Definitely thought it was gonna be different, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even see that game. So I might need to switch my pick to Miami.
You going back to Miami now? I started to come in here with my Heat hat on. I said I need to see who wins tonight though. If Miami wins tonight, just believe that Heat hat is coming back out. If Boston wins tonight, we're good. We're chilling. I'm sticking with my pick. Yeah.
I feel like I need to do that just so this will give us a 7-game series at least.
Yeah.
I keep flipping the picks. The other team's going to win, and it's going to be a good series. Man, I wish I would have seen what happened. I could have a better analysis of what I'm thinking here. But is Butler back tonight?
From what I've seen, he's supposed to be back. The only person they ruled off so far is Hero. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, sometimes he's hit or miss anyway.
Yeah.
If he gives you something great, but sometimes you can almost expect him to only get like 9 or 10, and it's
he will disappear.
Non-factor at points.
He'll definitely disappear on you, man. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up what he had the other night, man. Now that I think about it.
Okay. Yeah, if Butler's shaking up, there's an effect there. If it actually was bad, he missed the rest of that game.
He only played 20 minutes. He only had 8 points in that game, bro. The ones that killed you, like I said, Bam went for the double-double. He had 31 and 10. Then you had PJ Tucker give you 17. Lowry gave you 11. And then Strauss gave you the 16. Other than that, nobody else was in double figures.
The PJ Tucker game.
Yeah, you know he's going to hit. Hey, you ready for this? 3 of 6 with them little threes. You know he's going to hit you.
Corner threes.
You know
I don't even need
what he going to do.
I didn't even need to watch it. I know where those threes were. Those were corner threes.
What he's going to do, bro.
No, for a fact. What were the C's here?
And then for the Celtics, man, Jaylen Brown, he went off. He gave you 40, but
oh wow,
Tatum only gave you 10.
Oh wow,
Horford gave you 20. Marcus Smart gave you 16. So in contrast to game 2, where you have Smart giving you 27, Tatum giving you 30 on top of that, the scoring was a little bit different right there, man.
Okay, yeah. I'll have this one on tonight whenever I get home. I don't have much. I mean, I just think at this point.
So who's getting the dub, man?
Tonight or the whole series?
Who's getting the dub tonight? Let's start with tonight.
I gotta go C's. If you're saying Butler got banged up a little bit, Tatum's gonna show up. He'll show up tonight.
Yeah, Tatum ain't gonna have another game like that.
It's gonna be 2-2. 2-2 going back to Miami.
2-2 back to the MIA, yo.
I guess I'll stick with Boston.
Boston has to win tonight. If Boston ain't going down 3-1.
I guess I'll stick with Boston in terms of the series as well. If I think they're gonna tie it up 2-2. Yeah.
Boston has to win tonight. I think they will.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Definitely got Boston in the dub there. All right, so as long as Boston wins tonight, we don't have to give our Larry Bird Eastern Conference Finals MVP trophy just yet.
No, definitely not. Yeah. Definitely, yeah, because it all depends on who wins, really.
If it gets 3-0, 3-1, that's a different conversation. 3-0, which is the Steph in them conversation, well, the facts show. Nobody come back from 3-0. It's been a guy to come back from 3-1 before. I don't know if you know that.
I do know
It
about
was
that.
a guy that came back from 3-1 against Golden State. It's only been one guy that's done it, though. Against that Golden State, all-time great team, unbeatable, 3-1. Oh, man, you can't lose series like that. One guy has defied those odds. I just don't know if Luka is capable of being that guy. I don't right now.
Well, this is even worse. This is 3-0.
Yeah, at least you should have got one. Yeah.
He doesn't have Kyrie. He doesn't have a Kyrie. I mean, even Kevin Love. Jeez.
This is true.
Like I said, Dinwiddie and Brunson aren't bad, dude.
I say Dinwiddie is not that bad.
He's not. He's still not Love.
Neither are Kyrie. I feel like they can both be closer to Love, though. In a sense. We're talking Cleveland. Not Minnesota. Love. We're talking Cleveland Love. Cleveland Love was not dropping 20 a game. Let's not act like that, bro.
But
let's not act like he was
that was more of a role. That's finding the role in LeBron's system.
Don't you
Dude, he was really good with the T-Wolves.
Kevin Love, with the T-Wolves, yes.
But Dinwiddie and Brunson are never doing what K-Love did with the T-Wolves. Never.
We don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Dinwiddie kind of did with the Nets. He kind of had his own team for a little bit.
Listen, Kevin Love with the Cleveland Cavaliers was not the Kevin Love that I expected. Okay, I wanted a lot more from him, but he did what he needed to do. He got the job done. I will give him that. I just think that Chris Bosh,
his defense was big in those finals.
Chris Bosh in that same role, I think, was a better version in that role.
I agree with you on that.
That's kind of how I
definitely agree with you on that.
But
Kyrie's a better way, though.
Oh,
yeah.
Sheesh.
At that point in their careers. He fit better with LeBron James. I stand by that.
Which version though? Because I feel like that the second year in Miami, when the first time they won
against the Thunder,
versus OKC, that Wade was tough. That was still healthy D Wade. I feel like after that's when D Wade started to go and look old. When he started to look old, it was different.
That was the best version of Wade and LeBron.
That was his best version. That was when you get in the oop with in the picture, bro.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
But you got to think. The best version we got of Kyrie and LeBron, 2016. I'll take that over Wade and LeBron in Miami because you got the shot making with Kyrie.
That's true. It's just tough. It's tough when he's D-Wade like that. Bro.
D-Wade, I thought,
was on one
stagnated the offenses so much down in Miami.
Yeah, because it was no outside shooting. He got to go to the rack.
It was him trying to post people up, do his own thing, take the mid-range shot.
Yes.
That wasn't beneficial for the LeBron offense. It worked out just because everyone was so talented. Yeah. They had a good defense down there too. Yeah. But no, I think Kyrie was the better sidekick than D-Wade at those points in their career.
I can understand. Better career all the time, Kyrie versus D-Wade?
D-Wade, it's not even close. Right. D-Wade, it's not even close.
Fair enough.
Because Kyrie has never done anything that D-Wade did at 06 with Shaq.
Himself. Yeah.
Even though I think they robbed the Mavs of that series because they gave every call to D-Wade. Dude, that was so bad. D-Wade played good, but they gave every call to him, bro. I would have liked to see it go to 7 at least. They gave him a couple games.
That's jersey popping D-Wade back there. That's
I know he was good.
Standing on the table saying this is my in-house, man.
He was good, but they gave him a couple games with those calls.
Man.
They were bad,
Don't you do that, man.
No, he was good. I'm not taking anything away from him because, as I said, Kyrie has not gotten anywhere close to doing that. But in that series, they gave D-Wade and the Heat a couple games with those calls. It was bad.
Fair enough, man.
Probably not as bad as like Kings Lakers. I was so young at that time. Though. Yeah. Remember Kings Lakers in 01? People said they threw that one.
I remember watching, man. That's back when we would get out of church and we would go sit at one of the church mothers' houses and we'd watch Vlade Divac, Body and Shaq. We watch Chris Webber trying to mess with my man Robert O. We watching all these. I'm like, yo, Doug, Christian, it was dope. It was fun. But see, back then I was definitely enjoying all that Laker action because that's my Shaq era. So that was good. Yeah, I wasn't hearing none of that. Oh, those aren't good calls. I'm like, no, that's a great call. It's a great call. Yeah.
I mean, he's tough to ref though in general.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you probably are fouling him.
You have to.
Just like LeBron. Like, a lot of times when he's driving, he's getting a lot of calls, but you probably are fouling him.
Yes. That's all.
He's like a freight train. Him and Giannis even too.
Yeah, and then the complaint is, they're too big to be doing it. That's not their fault. They're that big and that athletic, man. Figure out another way to stop them, but you can't hit the guy. That is a foul.
Yeah. Well, is that it for NBA?
It is, man. It is. But that was fun though, bro.
Unfortunately, my take was right for the Mavs.
So
I got to give myself credit for that one. There's a lot of takes I get wrong, but I think that was one I got right. Warriors were just too much for Luka and the Mavs.
He said, I guess I got to give myself credit. Pat myself on the back. I can respect it, bro.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good, bro.
Because I've been making an embarrassment of myself in this Eastern Conference Finals.
I believe in you though, man. It's all good, bro.
I'll stick with Boston.
It's all good. You
As
sure?
right now, yeah.
You can switch tonight if you need to switch
I
tonight,
got to. It's
bro.
that's too much switching.
Are you sure?
It is. Yeah, it's too much.
You sure?
And I didn't watch the last game, so I don't really have anything to base it off. Maybe after this game 5.
Okay.
Or game 4, I'm sorry, after I watch this one. Maybe I'll have a legitimate reason to switch, but I'd just be going off box scores with
Fair
that
enough.
switch. I'd be going off what you're saying.
Okay.
And I wouldn't feel right about that.
Fair enough. All right, then, man. So let's get to some of these supers, and after that, man, we'll go to our next topic.
Works for me. All right, so where we leave off, that was, I think we left off on one of official momentums. That was after the running back hypothetical. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we have official momentum saying, I sent y'all Jim Cummings' side.
Uh-oh.
Hashtag be prepared. He's talking about that Lion King.
You still got to watch it, bro. You haven't tuned in just yet, man.
I haven't.
It's going to happen, though.
Will it improve my life if I know about it? That's the question.
TBD. Someone would have found out, man. You'd have to watch it.
Was your life improved after seeing it?
I don't want to put credit on that because my life is always improving. So technically, yes, my life has always improved. Every day that I'm here is a better day than it was before.
But you're a big Lion King guy. Was it nice to know some of the behind the scenes?
Sure.
Or did it ruin it for you, actually?
No, I didn't ruin it. I don't think I was as invested either way. You know, it was like, okay, this is cool. It's kind of like
a neat fact.
Yes.
Learn something new every day.
It's kind of like when you open up a Snapple. You know Snapple's the little drinks, right?
Yeah.
And you pop the top one and it has a cool little fact, and it's like, all right, that's cool to know. It's cool that I know it, but would I have been fine if I didn't know it? Sure, but it's still cool to know. I kind of look at it like that.
Okay.
That's kind of how I thought of it. So it's not a negative. It was just like, it's cool to know. Yeah.
Right. Q. Reggie Bullock sold.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was not a good look, man. It's not a good look.
Especially
in a game like that where Luka is going off too, bro. Like if Luka was having a rough game and everybody's having a rough night, all right, that's one thing. But bro, Luka was going.
Oh, him and Kleber too. Don't forget him. I think he was 0 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
0 for, were they combined 0 for 12 or 0 for 13? I mean, hit 2 of those, and the game's different. I mean, they lost by 7. I know that doesn't exactly get you up to that point total in difference, but I feel like the game flow might change, right?
Absolutely, it changes it.
Maybe Golden State gets a little bit tighter, knowing, oh, now we're only up by like 3 or 4. Yeah. Momentum changes. Dallas is at home. But no, they went over. Cal Monier. Whenever Tatum or Brown have a bad night, they come back the next game and go off. Tatum played horrible in game 3. He's going to go 30+. And a dub tonight, Celtics in 6.
Let's get it.
He thinks they rattle off 3 in a row, I guess.
Let's get it. See, I don't like them getting 3 in a row. That's why I think still 7. But I do agree with you on that right there, man. They not having back-to-back bad nights like that, man. Tatum definitely, man. Tatum has been playing super consistent, too. But he had a game like that in the Milwaukee series, though. He had a little stinker. Yeah, it was like, was it game 2? Was it game 2?
No, you're right.
It was either 2 or 3. He had another like just no show, and then from there
game
he went crazy again. Yeah,
game 6 was his masterpiece in that one,
man. Absolutely, man.
But that is it for the super chats.
Alrighty. So with that being said, man, let's get to this first topic, man, which is Steelers, and we're talking about the DB room, man. First off, how we feel about them, and then secondly, do we need to assess or make any additions to said position? So, the way our cornerback room is currently looking right now, we're sitting with the homies. We have Akello Witherspoon. Obviously, you have Levi Wallace. Then from there, where's my list at, bro? I don't even know why I'm trying
I got you.
Yeah, now I got it now, man. Justin Lane, Cameron Sutton. Then after that, we have Carlins Platel. Make sure I say his name the right way.
No clue who that is.
James Pierre Island. You know who he is, correct?
Yeah.
All right, Lyndon Stevens, and then Isaiah Johnson, who is currently the one that was on IR. We put him up there. Was that 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? A month ago, maybe?
Another name, another dude. I have no clue, bro. Trey Norwood, we throwing him in there?
Why do you want to keep? I mean,
slot Arthur Mollett.
Mollett, yes. I still think of Norwood as a safety. That's me personally.
Dude, they don't have Mollett on this ESPN depth chart. Are you on ESPN? What are you on?
I am.
They definitely don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow, these guys are clowns.
Come on, ESPN, man. No to Marlette guy. Come on, man.
So Norwood, Marlette, we're kind of throwing them slot. Throw them in there.
Marlette, yes.
You're not throwing Norwood in.
I personally,
if he plays, I mean, he'll be closer to the line of scrimmage as opposed to doing like a free safety role, right?
I just don't think that he's gonna see the field as a slot. I don't. I think that they played him at safety last year as well, though. They played him at both spots. I just think that with the corners that we have right now, and more than likely bumping Cam Sutton back inside, I just don't see why or when they're going to be using Norwood in that slot role.
More similar to Cam Sutton.
Yeah, I think that they would just keep him as a safety in this situation.
Okay, get what you're saying. Yeah, because he doesn't. Although he laid out DK Metcalf in that Seahawks game, he had that big hit.
Enough, yeah.
I was gonna say he's not gonna bring the physicality that Arthur Millette does. That's why he's a little bit closer and prototype to Cam Sutton. Yeah. So I get what you're saying.
When I think of Millette doesn't give me any type of safety potential. He's like, I think, solely playing that slot corner. Cam Sutton outside, but mainly he's going to be a slot corner. When I think of Norwood, I'm just like, I don't see them putting him down there predominantly like that. I think that they're going to use him in that same role like how we saw him. Was it the Bengals game?
Well, he was playing all over the field in the Bills week 1. I know that. The two games that really stick out to me for him was the Seahawks game and then the Bills game. Because we played him a lot, I thought. Like 50% even, maybe. 40%.
I'm trying to think. It was a game late in the year where he had an interception, like garbage time and stuff
Browns.
like that. But that was him at safety once again, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We could pseudo include him, I guess. I guess just depends.
Okay.
Just depends.
Well, either way, yeah.
Well, either way, he's like 4th or 5th on our depth chart. So, not the key cog in the cornerback room right now. I think a lot of people are high on him, though, still. I liked what he gave to us last year.
No, I agree. I thought he played well, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so...
It's just, like I said, that's just how I look at him. I look at him as a safety versus a corner. But, yeah, to each his own, man. I ain't tripping.
He'll be in some type of competition for a role or trying to carve something out, because if it is safety, I mean, we already talked about, we got like 4 or 5 other dudes right now.
But what do you think he has a better chance of making the
cornerback?
Roster you think corner?
Yeah.
To me, I think safety.
I think as like a backup to Cam Sutton, maybe we get him in on dime formations on the inside.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We have Witherspoon and Levi on the outside, and then we have Norwood and Cam on the inside. Something like that.
See, you think he's getting out there over Millette? I don't think he's getting out there over Millette right now.
Oh yeah, I mean that's my thing.
Saying,
I think. Well, that's my thing. I think he has a better chance of competing with him versus. I mean, he would technically have to be competing with Terrell Edmonds, right? Terrell Edmonds and all those other dudes, KZ, Carl Joseph.
I ain't gonna lie, I still like his chances against those guys.
Really? Wait, even Edmonds?
I do.
Oh, whoa. It's interesting.
But when you say like his chance, bro, I don't think he's starting over. I don't think he's beating on any of those guys personally. So that's why
we're splitting hairs.
Yeah. I'm like, you could be 5th in this position or you could be 4th in that position.
But that's interesting. So hold on. Just Norwood versus Millette versus Norwood and Edmonds. You think he's got a better chance beating out Edmonds?
But it's not Edmonds that he's competing against.
I'm just saying a rule for playing time.
But that's what I'm like. To me, I just don't like. Because think about this. Millette isn't the starting. He's not going to be the starting nickel.
That's true.
It's going to be Sutton. So we're trying to compare Norwood versus the backup nickel versus the starting safety. That's what I'm saying.
Are any of those backup safeties seeing the field though? After Edmonds, I guess maybe a good chance.
That's the part we're going to see, right?
Yeah, I guess a good chance is maybe seeing the second slot corner in a dime formation.
Right. Yeah. It's like
if you're getting 10%, it's house money.
It's kind of the same right there. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Okay. So where are we going with this?
And I also think that in that safety room, when we're talking Carl Joseph versus some of the corners that we named, part of me feels like the youth is on Norwood's side as safety. Because you can make the case that, okay, man, when I think of Carl Joseph, all right, he's a little bit older. He's already had injuries. He's this, he's that. You kind of already have an opinion of him. Whereas when you're talking about Cam Sutton, he's still on the younger side, but he's also homegrown. They're more optimistic about him. Same when I think of like Arthur Millette versus Kazi, it's like, well, Kazi has had the higher season in terms of when he led the league in picks, but he's still new. Whereas for Millette, he's been here. He's already shown that you fit what we're doing. Yeah. So when I'm thinking of that, I'm just like, man, these are 2 proven guys that we know the team is going to rock with. One, they've already given the contract. 2, that you're trying to beat out, unseat. Whereas at safety, even though you have pedigree and talent, it's still a little bit more open. It's still not as much money involved because they haven't paid either of those 2 the same level that they paid Sutton. We said they brought back Millette, so we know they like him in some capacity. So that's the only reason why, like I said, for me, I just think of Norwood. I'm like, bro, for me, I think your best chance is at safety, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with these corners, what are our starting questions here?
I mean, first off, how we feeling about the group, man? You know, we got to check in. You know,
I feel good about him. I really do.
10. How confident do you feel?
Probably 8-ish.
Okay.
I think Witherspoon keeps up what he was doing end of last year. I think Levi Wallace is a really solid cornerback too. Ooh, here's a good question actually. Is Levi Wallace an upgrade for us over Joe Hayden last year? Because I think Akello is, if he keeps up what he was doing last year. Akello was on one. I really thought that.
Yeah, you know, you put more stock in the sample size than I do.
I'm just saying if
samples, yeah.
Hold on, if Akello does what he did, those last 5 or 6 weeks for the whole season this year, like that's a top 10 corner.
Yeah, but you know why it's not that many top 10 corners? Because most guys can't do it for that long. It's extremely hard to.
He's got the talent to do it,
man.
And it looks like he's got the mentality. At least he's got it straightened out here in Pittsburgh.
No, seriously,
I would like to think so.
Yeah, for me, I'm a wait and see guy. That's all.
What do you think of Wallace though versus Hayden?
I think it'd be comparable, but I think both of those guys, I think even Akello's in that same conversation. Like, I see the 5 games and I'm like, all right, I like the 5 games, but to me, I still need to see it for a longer period of time. You know what I mean? Because that's not going to cut it if we're talking about what his season was as a whole last year. Just taking that part, it was like, yeah, this was a great part of the season, but I need a full body of work if you're going to be cornerback 1, because that's the conversation. We're not asking, can Akello and Levi be cornerback number 2? We're like, yo, one of you guys are going to have to be CB1. But we haven't really seen either of you guys put together cornerback 1 seasons from start to finish. So that's why it's like, do we got 2 number 2s or do we actually have a number 1? Honestly, the way I feel about our DBs in a sense when we're talking to Akello and Levi is kind of how I feel about Deontay and Chase. It's like, man, we see the talent in both of you guys. We understand why we're optimistic about both of you guys in certain capacities, but we also can understand why we are, a little bit skeptical. We have some questions. When we think about Deontay, it's like, well, man, we know he's a Pro Bowler, but he had the drops. When I think of Akello, it's like, yo, he balled out at the end of the year, but where was that at the beginning part? When I think of Chase, it's like, man, Chase at times looked dominant, but could he do it consistently? Could he do it week in and week out? Mentally, where was he at? When I think of Levi Wallace, I'm like, man, you look good in times, man, especially when Trey White got, when he went hurt and stuff like that. But did I ever feel like you were playing to Tre'Davious White's level? I can't say that. And that's the part where I'm like, we got the optimism, but we still got some question marks. And I do think for me...
Oh, yeah, I think both of them just got to hold up throughout the whole season here.
Yeah, like I said, it's
in premier roles. Well, Levi was... You could say that's a premier role up in Buffalo, being the cornerback too. And he held his own these last couple seasons.
He definitely did, but that's the part for me where I'm like, are either one surefire number 1 corners? The way we feel about
we can't
Joe
say
Hayden,
that right now. No.
Right, and that was my whole thing. Like, the way we felt about Joe Hayden coming into some of these seasons, I don't feel like that about Akello or Levi just yet. So that's why for me, I'm like, could they match what he was doing? I'm willing to say that they could match what he was doing last year, but I don't know if they're going to surpass what we felt about Joe Hayden just yet until I see it for a full season.
Well, I'm talking about just his play last year.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying Joe Hayden at his peak with the Steelers. So, like, I think Akello...
Because how many games did Joe play in last year?
Yeah, he was banged up. He missed 5 or 6, right, in the middle of the season. So if Akello can just do what he did last year, week 13, I don't know. It was the last 5 or 6 weeks of the season. Right. If he could do that this year, I think that's an upgrade over Joe.
Okay.
Of what Joe gave us last year.
Okay.
Not Joe throughout his whole Steeler career. And if Levi Wallace can just kind of stay on his trajectory, I think he's an upgrade over Cam Sutton on the outside.
Okay.
And now we move Cam Sutton to the inside, which is what he's been playing for most of his time with the Steelers, and I think he's pretty good at. With Mollett, who... Yeah, he showed some things last year. Yeah. His only bad performance in my standpoint was that Bears game where they had the final drive and they just picked him apart.
Oh,
that was the only bad thing. But everything else, I thought he was good. So that's why I think our cornerbacks are going to be upgraded this year.
Yeah.
And they weren't terrible last year. They were terrible in spurts against some of the more high-powered offense. But I do think our pass rush was bad in those games. Mm-hmm. Our rush defense was bad. Like, we didn't really help our secondary out.
For me, when I think of our secondary, I don't think of our secondary against the average users. I think about them against the top tier talent, because to me, that's what it takes in some instances. And that's where I look at this group and I say, do we have a guy that can match up with those type of guys? I personally don't feel like we do just yet. I think you said you feel like we do in terms of Akello.
I think Akello could do it. Yeah.
I'm just not there just yet, man. I don't feel like he's proven that to that extent.
You're right. He's done it against some top tier receivers in the past. Like, he's locked up Mike Evans, but you're right. You just need to see it for a whole season. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because like we said, one-offs are cool, matchups are cool, but when you're talking about doing it week in and week out, or when we're talking about doing it as a cornerback one, where we might even say, hey, we want you to be able to match up with this caliber receiver over here and not have it look gory. We want to, not just be 50-50. You actually win some of these. I don't feel as confident with either one of those guys just yet, saying, hey, like how we would look at Joe and be like, yo, Joe's going to have this guy. We're good. We take care of the rest of this stuff. Like, I don't know if either one of those guys are capable of that just yet.
Yeah. You'd have to ask 49er fans this, but I would say maybe that was Akello's most consistent stretch in his NFL career, though, those last however many games. Because I think from what I heard whenever we signed, he was so much more up and down with the 49ers. I mean, they benched him going into the playoffs. So we'll see. I mean, you're right, 100% right. That's why we were talking about signing like James Bradbury.
No, seriously, man. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But if he could do that, man, Akello could be really good for us and at a huge value with that contract.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, man, without a doubt. But with that being the case, then,
what's your number out of 10?
In terms of my confidence level, I'm 6.5, 7 max.
We're not too far off. I said 8-ish.
Yeah. For me, man, like I said, 6.5, 7, mainly because I think with both of those guys, I feel really confident if they were cornerback number 2. Like, if they were our second guy and we had a legit...
If we had Bradbury.
Yeah. If we had Bradbury, it's night and day. I'm over here like, yo, I feel 10-ish, feeling real great about the situation. But when you talk about having a number 2 and hoping that he could be a number 1, I think of Juju. Juju as a number 2 receiver, he thrived. When he was AB's Robin, he thrived. He looked great at times. But then when it was time for him to be the number 1 guy, we were like, whoa, this looks a little different here. The productivity is taking a hit. The separation isn't what we thought. Now he's not matching up against the second or third best corner. He's matching up against the number 1 corner, and it doesn't hit the same. That's my biggest concern when I'm thinking about Akello and Levi. I'm like, man, y'all have favorable matchups, and some of these matchups, y'all dominated. Y'all look great. But there is a difference when we're talking about the caliber of players that you match up with when you are quote-unquote cornerback 1 versus being the number 2 guy, or in some cases the number 3 guy. So that's why for me, like I said, I sit it at 6.5, 7 because they've shown flashes, but it's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of other variables that are going to go into how successful they're able to be coming into next season.
Yeah, we didn't get to see him in the Jamar Chase matchup last year.
Not at all, yeah.
That was the game, actually. Yeah, the Bengals away game where it was like, okay, it's time to put Akello in.
Yeah, I want to see
that. And that's what happens.
I'm ready to see him versus Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I forgot the Browns got him.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to me, man. Trying to think. Baltimore, obviously Rashad Bateman, like just because he's young, man. But I mean,
the receivers are looking rough, bro.
To me, it's Bateman. That's the one. It's Bateman and then the tight ends. That's how they gonna roll, man. That's how they're gonna roll.
Who's their second guy?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's Bateman and Andrews. They
I legitimately is it Duvernay still?
Oh man,
I don't even know there's like guys. There still are guys out there they could sign. I mean, they could flip in the snap of a finger.
But for them, man, they got their tight end. They got Mark Andrews. They got the receiver Rashad Bateman. That's how they running that offense, man. Everybody else is kind of like, all right, if you can give me 300 yards in the season, great. But I don't think they tripping on them other dudes, man.
Yeah, you got to think we were playing Pierre a decent portion of that first half of the season. We shouldn't have to do that this year. And I think that I'm not taking a shot at Pierre or anything, but
think about Pierre as the 4th guy versus the number 2 guy.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's night and day.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
And he was doing some of the 4th guy stuff, I thought, in that Bills game where he looked kind of good.
That's night and day.
Yeah.
Versus when you talk about putting him on number 1 receiver and it's like, hey, man, hold your own. It's a little different.
The thing I will say about Akello, whenever you bring up the Juju comparison, I think Akello just has more natural skill at his position than Juju.
Oh, wow. No. How do you determine that?
I guess I'm talking more upside. Like he has the 6'3"
The knock
frame,
on Juju is the speed.
The speed. Well, Akello's got all that for the cornerback position. Juju,
because I think Juju is a better catcher of the football than I think Akello is as a man cover guy.
Okay. So here's my point. I think Akello at his best could be that cornerback 1 that we're talking about.
Okay.
Whereas Juju at his best, I think he's just an awesome slot receiver.
Okay.
I don't think he can be that wide receiver one.
Fair.
Like, what's his prototype is what I'm saying. In terms of being a receiver one.
I think his best case scenario would probably be like Anquan Bolden.
Okay.
A guy that physical as heck, knows how to run routes, doesn't create a ton of separation, but can dominate with combat catches. That's definitely Juju's game. Juju's not going to create
we
a ton
didn't
of
really have
separation.
him doing that here.
Not at all. We had him trying to be a receiver that can create separation, all this other stuff, and it's like, that's not his game. Like, yo, let him be a big body receiver, but you got to have accuracy with that ball. You got to have a person that's going to ride and read with it. And we could see the rapport between him and Ben, and that's why it was like, man, we knew when he was out there that they were going to have their connection. Ben was going to be able to put the ball in certain places, and they would play that style of game with him. They just didn't do it enough. And that's, to me, how I think Juju, if you're talking about him as a number one receiver, that's the view. That's how I look at him. Like Anquan with the Cardinals and with the Ravens. Like that style.
You hear any of this noise about a Juju return? I mean, this is a far way away, but it's a far way away, but the blueprint's there. You know, we lose Deontay or Claypool.
Spin the block.
You know he'd want to. Who was it that called in and said, I think it was the last caller, too, from the last time we did call-ins. Yeah. He said, you saw Juju's face with the Chiefs.
He looks sad, bro.
Yeah. I guarantee he'd love to come back.
He definitely looks sad, bro.
Especially if we get something going a little bit here with Pickett. I could see it happening. Right. But I think it will come down to the question we've been asking with Juju. At what price? That's what's going to happen again.
I mean, if he went out there for 2.
It was 3, right? 3.5?
I thought it was like 275 guaranteed though, right?
It might be, yeah.
Well, and it could like escalate up to something more than that. But I thought it was only like 275 because that's when we looked at it and was like, well, dang, Steelers couldn't have turned you down that much if and that's all you signed for. Yeah. Because he had the whole thing of, we wanted to be here, but when they tell you they don't want you, what you supposed to do? And we're like, bro, you ain't signed for that much. Like, yeah.
Well, we saw what we did with receivers in the draft. Maybe they were serious though. We want to go a different direction. We got some dynamic dudes that can take the top off.
What did he sign for real quick, man?
If I had to take a guess, I think it's either 3 or 3.5.
See, I thought it was like 275.
Okay, you do that, and then next part of this, we're going to, should we sign someone at corner? So I'll pull those up on Spot Rack here.
Okay, 1 year, 325. 1.4 is what is guaranteed. Let me see.
Holy.
Yeah. So the way this deal is structured, 1 year, 3.25. He got 1.45 as a signing bonus. 2.4 is guaranteed. That's what it was. Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about incentives though, right? On Spot Rack.
No. The way it is like this. So he got 2.4 guaranteed at signing. He has a $250,000 workout bonus. He has a $150,000 roster bonus, and he had the $1.4 million signing bonus.
Didn't they say it could get higher than that, though? Higher than the 3.25? I read it somewhere. Chiefs make playoffs. Chiefs make the AFC Championship.
Let's see. Contract notes. Per game active bonus, $30,000, so he can make another $500,000 that way. He has catch incentives, 40 receptions to get him a $500,000, 50 receptions to get him $1 million, 65 receptions, $1.5 million, yards incentives, 500 yards, he gets a $500,000, 650.
Yeah, that contract can go up.
Yeah, 900 yards, you get 1.5. Playing time bonuses, 45% of the snaps, $500,000, 65% of the snaps, 1.5. Got $1 million if he makes the Pro Bowl. Then if he plays 50% of the snaps and they win the AFC Championship game, $500,000, and then the exact same thing for if they win the Super Bowl, but he has to play 50% of the snaps as well.
That should go up.
Yeah,
those are very feasible.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because right now, he's the number 2.
No, yes, he's gonna
borderline
get fed.
number
he's
1.
Going to get fed too, bro.
Because it's Sky Moore and him, really, right?
He's gonna get fed, bro.
And they got Valdez Scantling. I can't believe the contract they gave him, but
it was Herman.
Yeah,
he's the other one that's out there.
Yeah, so Juju should hit some of those. Mm-hmm. For sure. All right, so the question with the cornerback room is, should we pick up someone?
Would you add? Would you do it? Would you?
No, I'm good. I'd rather save the money, see how the left tackle position's looking throughout OTAs, training camp.
Even if it turns out we only got 2s, we don't have 1s.
When are we going to find that out, though? We might just have to find that out in the regular season.
Right, but what I'm asking
I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Are you willing to? Because last year we were in pretty similar scenario with James Pierre.
Well, it's just with who's available. If it was Bradbury, remember when we were talking about him?
Available, yeah.
I was fine with signing him. Does it rock the boat or whatnot?
Right.
But you're getting a dude that's in his prime right now, top 10 corner in the league. The guys that are available, I mean, dude, it's Trey Waynes, Joe Hayden, Kyle Fuller.
I mean, these guys are more proven than the guys that we currently have. But at this stage, that's what we're asking ourselves. At this stage, are they upgrades over
I don't think they are.
Levi?
I don't think they are. I think you'd be forcing the issue if you're trying to get these guys playing time over dudes you just signed 2-year contracts to. And I think you gave those guys contract for a reason when we're talking about Witherspoon and Wallace. So I think you just stick with them. I think Bradbury would have been the upgrade, the for sure thing, whereas these guys, you're right, have some uncertainty, but their trajectory's on a good pace. I don't really want any of these other guys. I think it's just if one of them get hurt, really. I'd rather save the cap space for either left tackle, seeing how things play out in training camp with Dan
tackle?
Moore. Hold on, hear me out.
We got to feel very confident with Dan Moore. What you mean left tackle, baby?
I'm fine with
him.
I think he'll be fine, but
don't you do Dan Moore like that, man? Don't you do Dan Moore like that, man?
Is there not more uncertainty with him versus Akello and Levi?
He got more starts under his belt. He had more starts last year than Akello. They both was here around the same time. One got here 3 weeks before the other one, or a month before the other one. That's about it, man. Come on, man. Hey, Dan Moore, SEC, baby.
Left tackle, and then to it. Maybe get a veteran defensive lineman or something like that. Save the cap space for either one of those scenarios.
Back, bro. You know he's gonna
well, if he is, that's
man.
good. Then left tackle's the only thing I think we got to worry about in terms of saving cap space.
You worried about Dan Moore?
I'm not worried.
Witherspoon? What?
I just don't really like any of these cornerbacks to sign. I think it'd just be a waste of money.
But Dan Moore is a proven left tackle in this league. He's $100 million left tackle right now, bro. He's ready to go, man.
I can't be saying that, and I don't think you're saying that either. Is someone saying that?
You saw what he did to Myles Garrett?
He did good for his rookie season against Myles Garrett.
Come on, man.
We need more going forward. We need more from Moore going forward.
More from him? What more you need? You want to turn to Joe Thomas?
That'd be nice.
He's not that far away. He'll be there.
I disagree with that.
He protected a Hall of Famer's blindside as a rookie.
I think Ben protected himself, though, getting the ball out so quick.
I say rookie. Come on, man.
No, he did fine. I mean, rookie, 4th-round pick. I think he exceeded expectations for us last year.
I think he
we could say
double, triple exceeded expectations, man.
Maybe.
Some might even say he was the best pick of that draft.
Last year?
Debatable.
Holy hell, no.
He shored up the O-line. He had a 1,000-yard rush behind him.
Hell no.
You saw what he did for him? He ain't give up that many sacks either, bro.
No. I mean, I know you're trolling at this point. There's no way.
So Dan Moore, we're not going to look at Dan Moore 10 years from now and be like, yo, he's probably the best pick in that draft. 10 years from now?
I would bet some good money on that.
I'm just saying. He's on pace to have a longer career than Najee right now. He is, bro. You know this.
See, that's an interesting question.
Oh, all right. And we're going to look at the value. We're going to look at the value, and we're going to say one was a 4th-rounder, played 10 years, started left tackle.
No, this is some
one
PFF stuff right here, though. No. This is some PFF.
You ain't feeling it?
No, because I'd rather have Najee at maybe... Let's say he only does play for us 4 or 5 seasons. 75% of those years are probably Pro Bowl / All-Pro level. Okay. I'd rather take that than 10 years of... We still don't know what Dan Moore's going to be.
Dan Moore's already proven he's really good. He's already proven that year one. Come on, man. Year one, he started at left tackle in a playoff game as a rookie.
Man, I didn't...
One of the most important positions on the field.
I didn't think we'd see this. I'd have to calm you down on your takes on Steelers. You're too optimistic here, I think.
Too optimistic. On
Dan Moore.
I'm leading the charge, man.
You need to be more realistic, dude.
Dan Moore for I need to be more. Dan Moore, he doesn't have Pro Bowl, but like I see Pro Bowl on this dude, bro.
Next year?
Why not?
I like the why not.
You saw what he did. You saw what did the O-line look like before he came there? We didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher. He came, 1,000-yard rusher, bro. It's that simple.
I don't think it is. I think there's more nuance.
It was that simple.
We had some injuries in the backfield.
No, it is that simple. Before he got here, there was not. We had James Conner. You saw James Conner wasn't the problem.
He was banged up a little bit.
James Conner was not the problem. He went out to AZ, got a Pro Bowl. He wasn't the problem. We could just see, man. We needed Dan Moore. He was the answer.
Was James Conner the problem? I do think he was a little bit
He could
here.
have been the problem. He got a Pro Bowl, bro.
He was hurt a little bit.
He just got a Pro Bowl, bro.
But here's what I will say. If we look at James Conner's numbers last year, I don't know if he hit 4 yards a carry. A lot of his was pass catching.
Najee didn't have 5 yards a carry.
Najee had 4. It was 3.9 or 4. It was really close.
I just remember it didn't look pretty in terms of the yards per carry.
It was really close.
Yeah.
But Najee didn't get hurt like James Conner. Najee powered through.
He still technically got hurt, though, at the end of the year.
Yeah, did
elbow, he? Yeah. Because remember, that's why
he didn't miss a game, though, right?
He didn't miss a game, but he was kind of like unavailable to us in that Chiefs game. Because when we like played him like at the beginning, but he had the elbow like wrapped up and stuff.
He came back, though. Mm-hmm. He did come back. Yeah, that was a weird scenario. But Dan Moore, so back to your point, Dan Moore being the best pick in last year's draft. I mean, you're overlooking Freiermuth, too.
No. Patty's in there. You know, I got big love for Pat. Love Big Pat. Come on, man. I'm going to do Move. But he's not a left tackle. Come on, man. Muth benefits from Dan Moore. It's not the other way around. Dan Moore doesn't benefit from Muth. If Dan doesn't do his job, Muth is null and void. If Dan Moore does his job, Muth gets to thrive. If Najee does his job, Dan Moore doesn't feel the positive impact of that. Whereas if Dan Moore does his job, Najee gets the benefits of it, man.
Well, if you're making the point that left tackle is very important, I understand that. But come on, dude.
I'm just saying,
there's variables here. Like I said, Big Ben, he can get the ball out quicker.
Najee is fighting again. I mean, Dan is having to block the best pass rusher every single week.
I get what you're saying. The importance of the position. You still got to be good at the position, though.
Bro, he was good. He was good.
He was fine. Like I said, I think he exceeded expectations.
A 4th round rookie.
For a rookie. Yeah.
I thought he played well. In terms of the full body of work.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But I don't know. I think you're going a little far here. I'm surprised.
To me, he just seems like the steal of the draft, bro.
Steal of the draft?
Steal of the draft / best player of the draft.
I can't say that. I could say maybe he was good value in the 4th.
Best value in the draft.
I don't know about that.
If you got your starting left tackle for the next 10 years in the 4th round, I think that's
Do you think
value,
he's going to be that?
Why should he be?
He might. We'll see how he improves. We'll see how he develops.
17 games as a rookie.
We'll see how he develops. But
How many sacks did he give up? 2?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know what I saw. I saw Myles Garrett get around him sometimes. I've seen some other players.
I didn't see that at all, bro.
Seen some other players get around him.
I saw him block Myles Garrett to sleep. That's what I saw.
No, I think it's something still to monitor, though. Just to see how he develops.
Okay.
I think he can. I think he's got that talent.
Okay.
I liked what I saw last year. He could be on a good pace.
I mean,
but
you saw how he blocked. I mean, they talk about Myles Garrett. People, I don't agree with these people, but they're still trying to put him in front of TJ Watt. They still try to talk about. I don't know how you could, huh? But people still try to do that. But if that is the case, Dan Moore did still block that guy. He blocked up my man Myles Garrett.
I wouldn't go that far.
You wouldn't? He locked him up. He put the clamps on him.
Dude, he did
had
his
him on
best.
House arrest. He put him with the ankle bracelet. He's like, no, bro, you got to check in with me if you want to go talk to anybody.
He did his best.
Oh, don't you downplay him. Now he did his best. Don't you give me that win for the good Gipper Rudy conversation. Don't you do that.
I like the effort he gave. And he was there. Like, he wasn't backing down.
Mm-hmm.
You got to appreciate all those things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say he won that battle between Myles Garrett, though. I can't say that.
How many sacks did Myles walk away with that game?
0. But I told you, part of that reason was Ben knowing when to get the ball out.
That's a dub, man. Chill out, bro.
That's called veteran savvy by 7.
That's called elite protection right there by Dan Moore. Okay?
He let him get around him at times because he knew.
To tire him
out. Okay.
He said, look, Ben's getting rid of the ball quick right here. I'm going to let him get around the corner a little bit faster as a, ha, you thought you had me.
He actually told Ben to get the ball out quick.
Like a screenplay.
Come on, man. He's like, Ben, scrap that play. Get the ball out quick here. I'm gonna tire down Garrett right now.
I need one. I need a play. That's what he did, man.
All right, so what do you think in terms of these corners? Who do you want to sign?
Oh, so wait a minute. Now you just gonna tell I'm just signing somebody. So I asked you, did you want to? You
I
said
don't.
Nah. You just gonna throw on me which one am I signing?
And my reasoning is I want to say I'd rather save the cap space for potential left tackle signing, depending on how Dan Moore does.
That's crazy. Maybe
I'm fine with not doing that though.
Maybe we need potentially for a corner signing then, man. Dang,
I just think the cornerback signing would be a waste. I really do.
Even though you have
if it was Bradbury, fine. But any of these other guys that are available that I mentioned, and you can go through the list.
Yeah,
I don't think any of them are beating out
looking at the
Witherspoon or
list.
Levi Wallace or Cam Sutton in the slot. I'd rather not spend that money. Whereas left tackle, depending on how Dan Moore does, you could get your starting left tackle out there still. Dwayne Brown's out there.
Yo, chill up. We already have our starting left tackle. We don't need another left
I'm
tackle.
fine with him starting. I'm fine with
Moore,
giving Dan
man.
Moore a chance, but I'd rather have some flexibility rest of the offseason.
Okay, so let's all right, let's talk about this then, man. I don't want to do that. Actually, I do want to do this conversation. If we're, talking about who we should believe in a little bit more than the others, whose margin of error do we feel like is greater right now? Who could, like, in the sense of who could we afford to have a little bit of a slower start, a little bit of a bumpy go at it, and still survive? Dan Moore or Akello and Levi?
Are we putting Akello and Levi both into one, or saying one or the other?
One or the other. We could say one or the other.
Okay.
Like, because to me, I look at it like this. I think that
because if they're both struggling, that's bad.
Yes. Hopefully he's not both. But I think that we could get by with Dan Moore struggling versus us getting by with Akello or Levi struggling. Just by the nature of the position. One is going to give up points, whereas the other, we saw last year with our O-line and even with Dan Moore at times, in all seriousness, when he was struggling, we knew ways to account for it. We said, okay, we're going to run the ball. We'll put a tight end over here. We'll get the ball a little bit faster. We can move the pocket. So we are going to have some options there. Whereas when we're talking about corner, we can't hide Akello or Levi. Very similar to what we talked about with James Pierre at times. It was like, yes, we think that he does well in all of these areas, but if it's big speed down the yard in terms of deep balls, that's where he's going to struggle. Once teams identify that, there was no hiding him. And we saw when those moments happened, they equated to points. So that's why when I'm thinking about our group, Akello and Levi.
Here's my questions.
Okay.
I get your
Right.
theory. I get your theory there. Who are we signing that you're guaranteed is not going to struggle, though?
If this was a week ago, I'd be saying James Bradbury.
Sure.
But unfortunately, it's not. So we're looking at who? Joe Hayden. We're looking at Trey Waynes. Cal Fuller.
And you could talk me into Joe Hayden. All right, we got a safety valve in case Witherspoon or Wallace struggle, but is Joe Hayden doing that? Is he coming back for a backup role? I don't think he is.
What about Jack Rabbit Jenkins, man? He started. He was down there in Tennessee holding it down for a little while.
Nah, I'm good, dude.
You don't like the name or you don't like the player? Which one is it?
Nah, it's fine. I mean, I don't know. We're just signing these dudes just to be backups. It's if it's a cheap contract, fine. I think that's the case for me with any of these positions. If we could sign someone for a cheap contract that has some upside in case one of the guys that we have slotted as the starter fails, fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But in terms of bringing in someone to either compete with Witherspoon or Wallace or, I don't know, or play a significant role right now, I just don't see it. I don't see it making sense. Is Joe going for that, though? I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. I will say this, man. Based on his IG stories, he's been golfing a lot, so I don't know if he's like even thinking about coming back to Pittsburgh.
Does he want to do the Shaw Challenge?
He might need to, bro.
Is he around?
No. He was in Florida when I saw him. Where was it? Sawgrass? Was it Sawgrass? No.
Wow.
Sawgrass?
Yeah, Sawgrass is a big one.
Sawgrass? Okay, yeah, it was Sawgrass then. That's where it was.
That's where the Players' Championship is.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I was like, where is Sawgrass? What is this place? I was like, oh, it's in Florida. All right, cool.
Need to get him on the Shaw Challenge.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
That'd be a good one.
No, that would be fire. And he does his golfing thing, man. Another person I saw golf is Ebron. He's the other guy. Yeah.
He needs to sign somewhere. And this has nothing to do with actual NFL or real life. He needs to sign somewhere so he gets a card in next year's Madden.
Oh, wow. I was saying, like, bro, why?
Because he's a really good card early in the game. Like, he's a fast, athletic tight end. We need to have him on the Steelers team.
Sign somewhere right away. I'm like, what?
Because Pat'll probably get a decent card, and Ebron he always gets a decent card right off the bat, and he's at a pretty good advantage because they give him the speed. So he needs to sign somewhere. We'd have a good little tight end duo to start off the game.
Okay. We'll see.
Just not the Steelers, unfortunately. We're done, Ebron. I'm sorry.
What if it was for a team-friendly deal?
I guess, yeah. That's what I just said, right?
It's always a price for it, right? It's always
sure,
a price.
$1 million or $2 million.
Come on, man.
Not the end of the world.
Give them team-friendly.
Yeah.
All right. But so we're both, well, yeah. So to just give you my answer, I'm actually cool. I'm rolling with the corners that we have right now, just because I don't like the group in terms of the free agency market. If an injury happens, that's different. If the injury happens, then sure, you go through and all those names that we were just talking about. I do think they come in and they can help you out. They can get you out of stadiums. They can get you out of the season if you need to. But based on the guys that we have, the youth, the upside, the productivity, and just the general optimism around them, I'm interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, like I just want to see those guys. Like if they fail, okay, it is what it is. But I do think that they're intriguing enough that what if they pass? What if they do become these guys? Because I think it is different too in terms of the James Pierre situation. I joke with you about it, but it's different in the sense that James Pierre literally came out of nowhere. And it was just, he had a crazy training camp, and that kind of played him into that starting role. Whereas when we're talking about Levi Wallace, we've already seen Levi play at the NFL level. We've seen Levi match up and have success. We've seen Akello play in the NFL level. We've seen him match up and have success. We've seen both of those guys now do it at different locations, one being Buffalo, obviously Akello and San Fran, but also for multiple seasons as well. So I do feel way more confident going into this season with those guys than when we're talking about James Pierre and even Cam Sutton, because up until last year, we had never seen Cam Sutton play on the outside. It was the speculation, and only because of the contract is why we say, they're going to have to put him out there now. But we didn't feel as confident about Cam Sutton and James Pierre being out there in contrast to Steven Nelson, for example. Even though we know Steven was a lot higher end, when Steven came over, we still felt good because we had already seen him do that. And I think that that's the biggest difference for me this year compared to last year. And that's ultimately why, for me, I'm like, as much as I would love to say bring Joe back or any of these other guys, I just don't think we need them right now. If injury happens, that's different. But until proven otherwise, I said we roll with the guys.
Yeah, if we were even teetering at times on bringing in Bradbury, ultimately we said, you bring him in just because he's the most proven guy and he's really good. Yeah. If
he would be a clear upgrade to at the position, and I think that's the other difference.
But we were even stating our case as to why you wouldn't bring him in.
Yes, because we like the upside and the optimism around these players.
Yeah. So why risk the confidence, or why risk the not going all in on these two guys on the players that are available? You know what I mean? Because I do think giving Akello Witherspoon and Levi Wallace the complete green light of, listen, we didn't bring in anyone else.
Right.
We're going with you two. That kind of goes hand in hand with you saying, I want to see what these guys got. And this is giving them that best chance. Mm-hmm. Because if you bring in one of these guys, it's like, man, did we really give Witherspoon or Wallace every opportunity or every belief?
And then as a player, you're doing this because okay, how long is this leash? It's a difference when I could be my best self out there, because everybody's going to have bad plays. That's the thing. Everybody has bad plays. But when you have the confidence of knowing that, hey, I'm not getting pulled. I'm not going to have any real ramifications. I can still go out here and play my game and take the chance that I want to take. You play differently. You're more loose. You're more at ease, and you can be your true best self. Whereas in some situations when okay, if I jump this route and I'm wrong, they're going to pull me. Well, guess what? You're going to be a lot more cautious. You're not going to take as many chances. And now when you're not taking those chances, you can't make those plays. You can't get those interceptions that Akello was getting if you don't jump some of those routes, if you don't trust your instincts. But you can't do that when you're fearful that, hey, they're going to pull me if I'm wrong. So by not having a James Bradbury, by not having some big name,
because that's all these guys are right now. I mean, their game has fell off a little bit, but bringing in a Kendall Fuller or Joe Hayden back or Janoris Jenkins, it's like I could see why someone in Witherspoon or Wallace's situation could have the eyes behind their head.
Absolutely, man, because you're looking at them saying, okay, these are veterans who you're not going to just watch them and say, oh, you're beating these guys up because you're smarter than them. No, you have to rely more on your athletic ability. And I get that. But for these veteran guys, they've learned how to compensate for that. We talk about, man, the older you get, you're smarter. So when you're slowing down mentally, you're so much ahead that you can make it work. That's the phase of those guys we just read off. That's where they're at. So we're trying to see, can Akello and Levi, who are ultra athletic in comparison to those guys, how far off are they mentally with them? Because if they're
this should be their primes right now.
This should be right. Whereas we talk about Joe is not. He's not in his prime right now. He's out of the prime. He's winning with this. So it's like, man, when we talk about those guys who are late 20s, early 30s, it's like, yo, they're winning here. Whereas Akello and Levi, they should be able to put both of those things together and make you feel a lot more confident, man.
Yeah. All right. So we're on the same page with that.
No, absolutely, man. I like when we're on the same page sometimes.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Just you're not on the same page with me about Dan Moore. That's the only one I was really not. I was not too happy about that, man. I thought that you were gonna roll with me on the Dan Moore hype train, and you were gonna dive all in. He plays for the Steelers. Do you remember that?
Do you have some insider info or something? He's looking really good.
He blocked for Ben Roethlisberger. That's got to count for something, right? He did not allow your boy to get sacked. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He did that for you. That don't count. Where's your loyalty at, man? Come on.
He could have done better last year. Wow. He could have done better last year. That's all.
Get your boy killed, man. That's got to count for something.
I don't know if we could say that completely.
He didn't get him killed. He did it technically. All right.
He was part of the O-line that almost did, actually, in week 2.
I was about to say it. I thought about that Raiders game. I was like,
Bengals game as well in week 3.
Yeah, but he survived. He lived to fight another day. Come on, baby.
He didn't at least let the edge rushers run completely free.
Yes, he gave him a little bit of resistance.
Yeah.
And he even,
so they didn't come in with full momentum.
Yeah,
it was 80% momentum.
He kind of learned down the stretch to help Ben up afterwards as well. See, that was a plus. He learns. Yeah, man. Come on, bro. It's small victories.
Listen, I have nothing against Dan Moore. I would like to see him and Dotson on that left side for sure.
Man. I mean, dude, I'm just saying, man. I think that he is going to be the guy we look back on in 10 years and say, the best pick of the draft, hands down.
I can't say that.
You sure? Ooh,
that is a huge sleeper pick, though.
It is, bro.
It's a huge sleeper pick.
If you can get your starting left tackle in the 4th round, that's kind of like when we had Kelvin Beachum here as the starting left tackle. And it's like, this dude's undrafted. It's like, that's a major win. It's AB in the 6th. That's Brady in the 6th. Like, that's those type of conversations, man.
Like you're probably having right now between Najee and Pat. I don't even know. I don't even know if you'd have him in the negatives. Maybe you have like plus 100, plus 150 for either or. And then, you'd have Dan Moore, I guess, in the 3rd spot. But you'd have to have those odds probably like plus 1,000 compared to Pat and Najee.
Come on, man.
He's the 3rd.
But he's at
Trey
the
Norwood
perfect
would probably be
position.
4th.
He's at a perfect position, though, bro. Left tackle. And he's young.
Am I missing someone from last year's draft that we'd have to kind of throw in there as a sleeper pick? Can't throw Kendrick Green in there.
You feeling him?
Plus 50,000.
I can't throw Buddy Johnson in there. No Roche. Norwood.
That's it. I think you'd have Norwood as 4th.
Over him, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he'd have worse odds than Moore, I would think.
I think so as well. Better than Kendrick or worse than Kendrick?
Better than Kendrick, yes.
Okay.
Better odds than Kendrick, yeah.
So you're not feeling Kendrick at all?
No, I told you plus 50,000. What? I don't even know what.
He started with 14 games last year, bro.
If you put a dollar on that, you win $50,000. I think that's what those odds.
He started like 14, 15 games last year, man.
I'd put a dollar on that though.
As a rookie.
I put a buck on that.
Rookie. He did that as a rookie. Those are 2 rookies we're talking about, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, no, we're good. There's a reason we signed Mason Cole. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
All right, fair enough.
I do hope he pans. It's just we know what we saw last year. It was bad. You even heard what Ben said right after the season. I mean, it was one of his first talking points. I think Kendrick needs to be moved to guard. Yeah. It's a shame we did that. It's a shame. It's a shame we drafted guard.
Ooh.
Put him in center for Ben's last season. It's a shame.
DJ Lundy, we forgot about this one right here. He brought up Loudermilk. Isaiah Loudermilk. What's his odds? I have him behind Dan Moore, but in front of the other 2. Yeah.
In front of Norwood. Yeah.
In front of Norwood, definitely in front of Green.
I would say that because he could maybe be the predecessor for Tuitt or Cam Hayward. I just don't know where Norwood's role is going forward. I still think he'd be a good player for us, but best in the draft?
Where?
Exactly.
Yeah. Dan Moore, baby. Let's go. Dan Moore, baby. But see,
I'm hoping so.
I feel like mine is more like an investment. I feel like Dan Moore is like a 10-year down the line piece. I'm going to have to look back on and be like, hey, it worked out. Yeah. Whereas Najee, like we already saw what Najee did year 1. We know what he's going to do year 2 barring injury.
I'm liking the take. I like the theory.
It's just different. Yeah. I was thinking about it though. I'm like, bro, like if you get a starting caliber, a franchise caliber, or even starting caliber left tackle in the 4th round, them dudes are going to, like, bro, think about how long Al played here and how good he was and how we acquired him. Like, you can make it like, yo, that was a dope free agent signing, man. Bring him over, bro.
Pat would have to plateau, though, I think.
But my question is this then. If Dan Moore turns into a franchise caliber left tackle for 10 to 12, Pat is Heath for 7.
7 years?
Yeah.
He's only lasting 7. Like, what? We don't re-sign him or something?
I'm just saying, like, in terms of the peak, like, craziness of it.
Is Dan Moore making Pro Bowls?
Yeah, so he's a starting caliber, like, definitive, clear-cut
makes 1 or 2
left tackle. Yeah,
makes 1 or 2 Pro Bowls. Muth is Heath.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I expect Muth to be better than Heath. That's what I would hope.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, dude. I'm expecting Kelsey for Muth. I'm telling you, he's gonna be big time for us. That's what I'm hoping.
Heath was a dog, though,
you definitely have a point there. I think there's a discussion,
nice.
and you might have to lean more if that plays out. Now, you're also saying that Najee kind of flames out then.
Yeah. Well, I'm just basing it off of,
because if you throw
historically
Najee
with running backs,
if you throw Najee 5 years of, like, 3-4 Pro Bowls, a couple All Pros, that's tough. I think that'd be the tougher debate.
If Najee had L. Bell situation, the 3-year, 4-year craziness, but then you have the hard drop off. Ezekiel Elliott, similar conversation. Todd Gurley, similar conversation. David Johnson, to an extent, similar conversation. Saquon Barkley right now, we're trying to figure out, are you going to fall into that method of similar conversation, or are you going to be different? But with all of these top-tier, elite-tier running backs, that's been, the groove with them. They give you a 3, maybe 4-year best case of, like, elite play, but then it's like dudes hit a cliff, man.
Problem with Le'Veon, problem with some of those guys, like even Barkley, has been the injuries.
Right.
That could happen.
Absolutely.
That could naturally happen.
Yeah.
Zeke's probably the one that avoided the injuries. He just kind of fell off a little bit. I think that's the better one, or the better discussion between Najee and if Dan Moore is like the 10-year starter versus Pat and Dan Moore, just because I feel like if Najee's playing like that, any of those guys, for even if it's only for like 3 or 4 years, that's major impact.
No, I agree.
Like we're gonna be, if either Pickett or Mitch can just play like solid. We're gonna be making some playoff runs, I think. Yeah. If Najee's doing that and our defense is playing well, so
but you need that left tackle though, bro.
I know.
You need that left tackle. That left tackle, the game changer.
Yeah, you're right. I guess you could get another Najee.
You need the left tackle. I mean, we've already seen you can replace running backs. We saw that. We're going on our 3rd Pro Bowl running back right now.
Yeah. No. You're including James Conner. Yeah.
He is a pro. Come on, bro. 2-time Pro Bowler now, man.
I get it.
Yeah.
He was fine for us. He was
absolutely
fine. It's good. I'd have to think about that more, but I see what you're saying. If Dan Moore reaches that level, yes.
Yes. It's a big if,
yes.
But if he does,
but that is a legitimate conversation, and you might, in 10, 11, 12 years, be saying Dan Moore. Maybe.
That's what I don't think. Yeah, it's going to take 10 to 12. I don't think it's going to be a 5-year. I don't think it's a 7-year. I think he has to be the guy for 10. Because we already see what the trajectory Najee is on already, what he's already laid down.
Yeah.
What he's laid down has him in a crazy head start. I'm just anticipating his run being super short. Whereas with Dan, I'm like, Dan, you're going to have the longevity effect. You're running a marathon. Najee's sprinting, you're a marathon, all right? So you just got to survive, If you get through the first 2 to 3 and it's all right, but then like how Chooks, you start picking it up year 4, year 5. Now you get you a couple of, that's what I'm saying, man. Come on.
Well, I don't know exactly where we're going with this podcast, but I do know a good segue is if Dan Moore were to make it to that point, it wouldn't hurt is having a good offensive line coach on his side.
I was thinking about who that offensive line coach could be.
Teaching him the ways.
Could it be a guy by the name of Mike Munchak? Is that the gentleman that you might be referring to? Some call him the O-line whisperer. Some says that he has Munch's millionaires because everybody that he coaches turns into.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we call him. Yeah, Munch's millionaires. It's like, oh yeah, you getting $1 million next. Oh hey, he's working with you. Oh hey, he's next in line. He's got to get paid. That's what Munch did, man. Think about it.
If we did bring in Munchak, that would definitely help Dan Moore.
Just think about some of the names. First, when we talk about Marcus Gilbert. Night and day. You talk about Kelvin Beachum. Now, Kelvin was already balling, but Kelvin also got paid afterwards. Al Villanueva. Al went from you a DN to now you're a Pro Bowl left tackle.
At least Dan Moore was a 4th-round pick as a left tackle. Come on, man. Right?
Yeah. That's one is a converted DN / receiver / tight end in terms of Al. One was undrafted in terms of Beach. Obviously, Gil was a draft pick, but I'm trying to think when we came here in 14, because that's when Munch came as well. Gil wasn't viewed in terms of being a guy that you want to extend. Now, I remember, in fact, when he got the deal, he was like, bro, you robbed him. This is crazy. And then he bought out, and it worked out. But that's a Munch effect, man. And then we also can go down the list of Chris Hubbard. Chris Hubbard got a check messing with him. Matt Filer got a check messing with him. Shoot, BJ Finney got paid with him under as well. Went out to Seattle, man. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, Munch does that now.
So the reason this is even a topic is because he did an interview with your friends at 93.7 The Fan.
Yes, I heard a little bit. Actually, I didn't hear, but I'm aware of it. Yes.
Right. So they asked him about if he would return to Pittsburgh or even if he was considering returning to Pittsburgh this offseason, because we had the O-line coach vacancy and he was done in Denver. So I think it was brought up a little bit. There was a little bit of buzz when we were talking about who's going to be the next O-line coach, but we made that hire pretty quick. We just signed Meyer kind of out of nowhere, and he's deserving, I think. He's not on Munchak's level, though.
We both agree with that.
He's had some success in the NFL being an O-line coach. So I'm trying to think where I want to start this with, because we got a bunch of quotes in this interview.
Yeah, we definitely do, man. It was juicy. It was a good one.
So this was in reference to potentially coming back to Pittsburgh. This is what Munchak said. He said, "We talk. That's one of those things I don't really want to talk about. I was more at the time trying to stay in Denver out west. It's something we never really discussed because as much as I loved Coach T, there's no better head coach in football as a player to work for or as a coach to work for. I learned so much from him and the Rooneys and how they run their organization. For me, that was a great learning experience. I learned a lot from my years there." But then I guess they tried to ask him again.
Man, that was nice what he said about Coach T right there, man.
It was.
I kind of agree with that, man.
So I think they kind of tried to get more specific here and asked, like, were you interested at all this offseason?
Yeah, versus like in the past.
And he says, again, at the time I was trying to stay out west. It was not something I was considering at the time when they may or may not have had an opening. I was 100% focused at trying to stay out in this part of the country. It didn't quite work out this year for that to happen. And then he goes on to say that he's not done coaching, would like to get back in because it's something he's really passionate about. So,
because that's what made it interesting. He was very, I like how he uses words too, man. We talk about at that time, it didn't make sense, or at that time, it just, it wasn't working. Because we knew the reason why he left initially was because he wanted to be closer to his family. I believe it's his grandchildren that live in Denver. He wanted to be out there with them, man. So I understood that, and that was why, like I said, he left to go to Denver.
Yeah, he's 62, too. Yeah. I mean, you got to appreciate some of that stuff in your life. You don't want to regret it. Man.
Without a doubt. So with that being the case, now here we are, at a year or two later, and it's a weird dynamic because he says he doesn't want to leave them. He wants to stay out there, but he's not employed out there by Denver no more. So in a sense, and he said he doesn't want to retire either. He said he still wants to keep doing it. So I'm like, how does this thing play out?
Says he's really fond of the Steelers. Yeah. Some of his best years here.
Right.
But then he also seems committed to staying out west for the future.
But he's not employed by Denver. So I'm like, how does this thing work? Or you're willing to coach.
Maybe he's taking a year off here.
That's
probably it. Because isn't, at this point, everyone should have their O-line coaches solidified?
I mean, you should. But at the same time, I think if a Munch said he wanted to come and work for you, I don't think you're gonna turn.
It's like Brian Flores,
right? You can make a way. Yeah, that's how I look at it.
That makes
you can make a way. Why couldn't you make a way? Like, what we talking about here, man?
Who's calling the shots then? I mean,
we know who's calling the shots.
Pat Meyer is assistant coach.
We know who's calling the shots. Is this a debate? Like, we know we know who'll be the guy.
Maybe they could be a good tag team though.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it because right now it doesn't look like he's coming to Pittsburgh this year. We just hired Pat Meyer. That's not changing. We're not going to fire him before the season starts. Unless, like you said, I mean, we're still not firing him, but the only way we could bring on Munchak is, like you said, he's like, I want to be the O-line coach.
Right.
or be on your staff. And we would say, yeah, come on in. But I don't see that playing out based off how these quotes went.
Now, I do agree with you on that. I guess my final question with this, though, is how confident would you feel that he could turn this group into world beaters?
Really good.
Just the reason I ask is because we got to take into context what he's working with. Marquise Pouncey, David DeCastro, a lot higher pedigree, a lot more gifted, and just better players. Marcus Gilbert versus Chooks.
Yeah, he was a second-round pick.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Chooks was what, third or fourth
round? Yeah, he was third round. So, like, when I think of those guys, I'm just comparing and contrasting. Ramon Foster at that stage versus Kevin Dotson, where he's at right now. Like, I just think that it was a lot. Like, I think he had just better pieces to work with during that time frame, just in my most humble opinion. Yeah.
That's fair. But he has made names for some of the no-name guys as well.
No, he has. But I think it's a difference, though, in the sense of when you're talking about one-offs from no-names, putting them with this group. Because you still had Pouncey, you still had DeCastro, you still had Ramon.
It was good as a unit.
Right. You knew you were going to have at least 3 of those guys in whatever capacity. Then when Al became who he was, it was, okay, now you know you got these 4 guys. And now we're just talking about, okay, is it Matt Fowler at right tackle? Is it this guy at right tackle? Or is it this guy at this position? But it was always one, whereas what we're talking about now is you're creating from, that, I don't want to call them like the no-name pal, but from guys with nowhere near the amount of pedigree or productivity as that particular group. So I always think of it like when you hear coaches say, man, I was a great coach because I had great players. Would Munch struggle with this particular unit?
I don't think he'd struggle.
Okay.
No, I think he'd do good. I mean, if you had one guy to hire, it'd be him, right?
For me personally, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes it does come down to the players, though, too. I mean, because we were having this conversation, I think, about wide receivers and, like, our wide receiver coach. I vaguely remember this, but I remember bringing up, like, how do we point to the wide receiver success based off their wide receiver coach? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it's just like, man, receivers, like, for Deontay, like, dude, catch the ball. Or they got to get better in the offseason. They got to run better routes and stuff. I mean, so that I think that's a question in of itself. How much impact does the O-line coach have on the O-line, or any of the position coach have on any individual players? I think that's just like a bigger, like, macro question. Because he would be the one guy I would hire for any offensive line. Yeah. Like, if he can't do it, then no one else can. I think that's basically the baseline of what I'm getting to.
If we bring Munch in this offensive
he's got the best chance to
we got to get
around.
rid of every single O-lineman we got, man.
Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's got the best chance out of anyone to turn him around.
No, I would agree.
So I would take my chance with that. Now, how's Pat Meyer going to do? And this is my other point. Like, I guess we got to give him a chance.
No, I think we both said that when we hired him. We were like, it wasn't the pick that we wanted in the sense of a Munchak, but when you're talking about his qualifications.
Yeah, who else were you getting outside of him?
Right. And his qualifications in contrast to Adrian Clem at the time of Clem's hire, this is way better. This is a guy that has already proven that he can coach at this level and be successful at this level. So, yeah, I do feel a lot better with Pat Meyer's situation. And, yeah, just giving him a go at it.
But if this is coming up again about a Munchak return, that's not good, because that means our offensive line probably sucked this year, and Pat Meyer didn't do a good job due to association.
So
who knows if they actually? That's my point. Like, who knows if
so
the coach was doing good or not? But either way, it's not good.
If you have to answer it today, you're projecting into the future. Give me.
We're talking about Munchak.
Give me
next offseason.
Nostradamus. Are we talking about Munchak returning to the Steelers next year this time, or are we going to be feeling very confident in Pat Meyer and what he did to this offensive line and that franchise left tackle in Dan Moore?
Wow. I could see growing pains, but I could see our O-line being improved from last year as well.
Okay.
And I think it goes back to what we were just talking about. If you get a chance to add Munchak to your staff, you're not going to scoff at it or push it aside.
Come on, man.
So I think it could come up, but I do think our offensive line is going to be fine.
Fair enough.
I do. I think it's going to be much improved from last year.
Fair enough.
Bringing in Daniels, Mason Cole, Dotson, another year, as long as he doesn't get hurt. It seems you're really high on Dan Moore.
Come on, man. Best pick of the draft, baby. Don't do
Chooks,
that now.
hopefully hitting his prime. We gave him that
He just got
huge
paid.
contract for a reason.
Come on, man.
That was a huge contract.
Chill out on my man Chooks, bro. Chooks my new favorite offensive lineman behind Dan Moore.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll have Chooks in front of Dan Moore because Chooks has got the new money. Yeah, I'm a fan of new money. So, yeah, Chooks is my guy. Then it's Dan Moore.
I could see it coming up. But I think our line's going to be fine.
There we go.
It's a weird dynamic. And because here's the other thing, though. I don't know what Pat Meyer's contract is. I tried looking this up.
Oh.
Is it 1 year? Is it 2? I have no clue.
No. Typically with the assistants, is 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Steelers way. They do ones. Yeah.
Okay, so
Just for the assistants, though.
Okay, so that just might happen because his contract's up naturally, and maybe we bring him back. If we don't bring him back, that's essentially us firing him, right?
Come on now, you're catching on, man. You know the Steelers, they don't fire, they just don't renew.
And if that's the case, that's obviously because we didn't like our productivity from the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the basic question:
I know.
Is the O-line good enough to bring back Pat Meyer?
Okay, all right, okay.
Wow.
Okay, we there now.
I don't know about that.
Uh-oh, we there now.
Oh my god. Maybe we don't bring him back because Munchak's available, though.
Oh,
maybe we prioritize that.
Technicality. That's the way we're going with it.
Yeah. Maybe it's been written anyway. He was never coming back.
I believe in Pat Meyer because I believe in Dan Moore and Chooks.
Okay.
That's the role I'm taking today. I'm rolling with them.
I think it's going to be fine.
Shout out to my old lineman in the building, man.
I do think the offensive line is going to be fine. I really do. I think they'll be fine. They'll be top 20, top 15, I think, as a unit.
That would be a massive upgrade compared to last year.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You may see some growing pains here and there, but Canada got his guy apparently, right? He's got his quarterback. He's got his system. I think there's ways we could work this offense.
That plays a part of it as well, though, for Dan Moore's success. What? Because he's not having to block for a some people say statue. You don't have to block.
Are you saying that?
I just said some people. I don't know. Put words in my mouth. Some people said that Dan Moore was having to block for a statue last year.
I've never heard you say that.
That could have made it a little bit more difficult on him. I don't refer to 7 as a statue. Okay? But I could understand if people are excited about, the upgrade +1, just having a lot more mobility. That's all.
That's for Canada's system, because we could have run a fine offense with Big Ben last year. We could have run a fine offense.
Unfortunately, we will never know.
We won't. We won't.
Maybe Canada was protecting Ben from Ben. That could have been the case also.
No.
I mean, because think about it. With Haley, right? Haley took a different approach to protect Ben from Ben. Whereas you said with Arians, that was not the case. See? Same concept, man.
I could speak for myself. I could probably speak for Steeler fans here. Haley was at least proven to be a really good offensive coach in the NFL.
The NFL.
Multiple stops too. Whereas
Canada's proven he could be a good offensive coordinator at multiple stops.
Somewhat. I don't know. He bounced around in college a little bit too.
Now he's bouncing around. So getting job experience is bouncing around now. Is that how we're wording this thing? Huh? He was just becoming well versed.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully things work out. I mean, we got a lot riding on Canada here.
Yeah.
A lot has been riding on Canada because, as we said, last year is going to be a big indictment, or this year is going to be a big indictment on how we operated last year's offseason and how we went about our offense.
Because when we see how well this offense looks, because we know it's going to look just really, really good this year. We're going to
some
be
of
able
that's
to
due to
point
free
to
agent
it.
signings and draft, though,
But mainly, we're going to be able to point to the position, the most important position on offense, which is quarterback. And we're going to say,
I thought you were going to say Dan Moore.
No, man, we know Dan got this locked up, man. Dan is the guy. Come on, man. We tripping. Don't trip. Dan got this. I believe in him. I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? Dan Moore's the guy today, man.
You're feeling
meditation, bro. I don't know.
Did you do a film session on him?
No, man. I was just meditating. I was like, you know what? I like Dan Moore.
You got some insider scoop?
I think it's Dan Moore. I have no clue right now. It literally just spur of the moment, man.
I'm good with it.
It makes sense, though, bro, when you talk about the value.
I like it. I like your 10, 15-year plan here, or your theory about who could be the most valuable pick.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
It's something to think about.
It's definitely something to think about, man. But, yeah, if Munch was with us, I would feel a lot better about that. But, unfortunately, he's not. So, either way, in Meyer we trust, and Meyer's going to give us a better Moore.
Yeah. And with Munchak, hey, man, I mean, if you want to stay around your family, I don't blame you. So.
Yeah, I blame you. I don't want to stay around their family.
Come on, dude. Yeah, grind.
Like, come on, bro.
You got to grind even when you're 62.
Tell them, bro.
Hall of Fame player.
Come on, bro. It's still more meat on the bone.
Great coach.
You either get better or you get worse. Nothing stays the same. I don't care what have you done for me lately. Okay, don't tell me about you was a Hall of Fame, man. You bringing up old stuff. What you done this year?
I didn't realize how good he was as a player.
Yeah, dude,
I went on Wikipedia.
Yes, dude.
Like 8 or 9 Pro Bowls, couple All Pros. Was on the All Decades team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's that.
Yeah, so let's get these supers, and after that, man, we'll transition to the next topic. I was about to say final, but I couldn't remember if we had another one in there or not.
Do we?
I don't know. I know we got one more, but I wasn't sure we had another one after that. But we'll
I think
find
this
out
is
in a
it.
second.
If I had to take a guess, I think this one's it. I am at official momentum.
Which one?
Talking about Big Ben.
Talking about that cornerback?
Yeah.
All right, I got one in front of you for official momentum.
That's it.
All right, so official momentum, he says, the media sucks. Stop and let Haskins rest, man, with the cursing emoji and the angry emoji. What happened with Haskins in the media right now?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I'm unaware. I don't know what's going on with that, man. But
I have no clue either.
Yeah, definitely let my man rest in peace, man. I haven't seen anything.
I haven't either.
But then again, I have not been as, on.
No, that's something I haven't even seen. No.
Okay.
Official momentum then says Big Ben at cornerback 1.
Hey, man, get it.
I told you, that'd be great for Madden. That would be
got the
great
height?
for Madden. It would be. Yeah, safety or cornerback Ben Carr would be great, but probably not in real life. Official momentum. The cheerleaders can cover better than Bush, James. Who's that?
Devin Bush and James Pierre.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Steelers don't have cheerleaders, though.
Yeah. What's your take on that? How do you feel about that, man? Are you just kind of like embedded in it now since it's meant for so long?
It's just the Steeler way. You stick with. I think did the Browns get cheerleaders? I thought it was the Steelers and the Browns, the only 2 teams without cheerleaders.
I don't know. Yeah, I learned about no cheers when I came here because Buffalo they had cheerleaders.
I think that's it. I think it's been this way so long. Like that's the thing. We didn't have a mascot either, but we brought in Steely McBean, and we don't like him. I don't want it. Get Steely McBean. Get his ass out of here,
bro. Like
fake mascot. I don't want him.
I've seen Steely got some moments though, bro. Like. When we go out and do some of these appearances, it's 50-50 with Steely. Sometimes the people love Steely. Other times they're like, you're kind of weird. Leave me alone. I don't know you guys.
Steely McBean.
Yeah.
No way. Penguin? The Penguin, what's his name? Iceberg.
But they
and Pirate
cheerleaders, don't they?
What?
No, they got the
Penguins.
Ice Girls.
Yeah, they got the Ice Girls.
Yeah.
Pirates, Pirate Parrot. Yeah, those staple mascots. They're awesome. Okay. Don't give the Steelers a mascot. That was like 15 years ago. I've still never come around to him. No Steely McBean.
Okay. Fair enough. In Buffalo was simple. It was like, yo, that's Billy the Buffalo. He's blue. He's a Buffalo.
That makes sense.
And then we got cheerleaders. Can't mix them up. It's that simple. Yeah. Arizona, they had that little like cardinal out there. Yeah, it was a little bird. And they had cheerleaders out there too. Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's every team except the Steelers and the Browns.
Wow.
I don't know if the Browns got cheerleaders recently or not, but
that is interesting. I didn't know that about Cleveland.
I learned that whenever I was a kid. I don't know if anything changed or not, but I don't remember seeing cheerleaders at the Browns game whenever we were up there.
You do or you don't?
Well, that Thursday night game.
You said you do remember?
I don't.
See, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about them. Yeah.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
So, no, you could just keep it the same way.
You was looking for cheerleaders up there? Dang, boy, play. I see you, boy. Deke said, where them little pom-poms at? All right, okay. Fair enough. I was just over here trying to make sure we both made it out of there alive. Yeah. See where our priorities were. Thanks. glad to know you have my back, Deke. There you go. Deke over here like, man, where these cheerleaders at? I'm over here like, bro, please don't hit Deke in the back of the head. I know he got this Steelers jersey on. Please, God, don't let Deke get hit tonight, and then we both get arrested because I'm gonna have to drop kick some. Oh, we ain't trying to do this tonight. And Deke over here looking at White Claws and other things. Boy.
Well, that energy almost made its way up to our. I mean, we were close.
That's
when the whole Mason stuff happened. We were close.
It was definitely in the building. It was close. Yeah.
Camonier. He says, love Juju. Always would welcome him back. Seeing him grind to get in that Chiefs game. I'll always respect him for that, but it's Pickens' team now, though.
No, I respect that, man. Nah, because most people didn't think that Juju was going to come back last year, man. When he got hurt, obviously knowing that free agency was on the precipice for him as well. But, yeah, man, he came back, fought like heck to get back out there, and then still played decent in that game. We just didn't think that he did enough to make us feel like, you know what, yes, we got to bring him back. It was like great story. We love the heart. It was dope in terms of him and Ben having that last goal. But, yeah, it's time.
Official Momentum says, bro, no hope. in the Vikings game. I guess he's talking about Devin Bush. He did help on that pick, though, in the second half.
He did.
Cal Monier. If the GOAT believes in Dan Moore, I will too. #trust.
See? 7 said it was his guy, man.
I was going to ask that. I was going to say.
Come on, man.
Is there a soundbite about Ben saying anything about Dan Moore?
So,
he's talking about you, though.
Seven didn't say that.
He's giving you a shout out there.
Seven didn't say that Dan Moore is a better guard. You know, he said about Kendrick Green. He said about Dan Moore, and it makes sense too because Dan Moore didn't get this fanfare or the nickname right out the gate. Kendrick Green comes in, he gets 53. We're like, oh, he's the next Pouncey. He's little Pouncey.
What was his nickname?
Just call him 50 Trey or KG. Remember, that's what.
KG.
That's what Seven was calling. It was like, dang, you give him a nickname, and he got the jersey, and y'all see he's gonna like Pouncey. And you know how everybody, especially you. Oh man, the way y'all was bouncing on him and gave him all this love, and Dan Moore, he was just a forgotten child. Y'all treated Dan Moore like he was stepchild, man. I couldn't believe you, man.
Cal Monier. Who are our top 3 offensive linemen? He ranks it. He says number 1, James Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Number 2, Dan Moore.
There it is, Dan for president.
3, Mason Cole.
I kind of like that list a lot.
Dawson's got to be in the top 3.
I think he's honorable mention. He didn't even play 17 games last year, bro.
I haven't seen enough from Daniels or Cole, but I based off
More
everything
pedigree.
I know, I would definitely put Daniels 1. I don't know if is Dotson better than Cole though.
He could be, but
if
Dotson
they were,
only has a year in it.
Yeah.
Does he have 2 full seasons yet?
That's what I mean. He's just been injured.
Yeah.
Because his rookie year was good, and I thought he played fine last year until he got hurt. So fine, I'll give Cole the 2 spot, Dotson 3.
Dan Moore has a full season starting
I know.
at the most important position on the offensive line.
I'm taking Dotson, dude.
Fair enough, man.
When Dotson was playing, I think he gave us more quality minutes.
Yeah, when Joe played,
Quality
he gave us
snaps.
quality minutes as well.
Who?
But I said when Joe played, he gave us quality minutes as well, but both of them dudes missed a lot of time in terms of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying LeGlue maybe should be in that top 5? What happened? It was those last 2 games, right?
Chooks is in there. So to me, I go James Daniels at 1. I still go Mason Cole probably at 2. I go Dan Moore 3. Chooks is in that. No, I'll probably put Chooks over Dan. Yeah. I would go Chooks at 3. Dan. No. Chooks at 3. Dotson 4. Dan at 5.
There it is.
If I had to rank it like that, because I do think that Dotson showed more upside when he played, but just the availability, it hasn't been what I wanted to be. Whereas Dan, as much as I'm giving y'all, having a little bit of fun today,
I like this. You need to get a Moore jersey.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dan played well, but at the same time, I'm not gonna act like Dan was having tape like how Dotson's tape looked at times. When we would look at Dotson, we could say like, "Yo, we saw him move this guy. We saw when he was pulling around for 7 at one time his rookie year. We're like, yo, you can see how he's moving.
Yeah.
You can see like I don't.
And
have
the offensive line
those.
improved when he was in.
Right. I
his
don't
rookie
have
year.
those Dan Moore moments. Like I have Dan Moore moments when the offense looks bad, and then I got Dan Moore moments when the offense line looked. I was gonna say good. I'll just say decent.
A little bit better.
Yes.
Than bad.
I couldn't say they look good, but they looked all right. So that's why for me, I would probably still roll with Dotson over Moore because I can at least point to Dotson having those like dominant moments at times.
Oh yeah, and don't forget, I think in his rookie year, you had a bunch of websites, I think PFF included, even though they're some big time Steeler haters, putting him in like all rookie teams and stuff. Even though, how many games did he really play in his rookie season? It was like 5 or 6. But in those games, he performed well, and the offensive line looked good. It was just a weird dynamic with that O-line looking back, right? This was 2020 because we had the old guard in there with, like, the Castro, Pouncey.
Yeah.
When we put Dotson in, the O-line looked better.
But who was at the left guard spot as well? That was the other person.
Was it Filer? Was it?
Don't forget Filer. Filer was at right tackle, and then they moved him to inside to the guard spot. And that's when Chooks would get.
Everyone wanted to blame Filer, though.
Yeah, and we kept saying. Remember, we talked. I was like, "Yo, he's not the reason. He's it." But I wasn't gonna go say the Castro because that's the dude. I understand. And at that time, everybody was still on the it's the Castro, it's the Castro. We're like, bruh, it's not Filer as the issue. It's not Chooks as the issue. Pouncey with the snaps could be better, sure. But the biggest issue that year was at that other spot, and that was the problem.
Pouncey had like 1 or 2 like really bad moments. Not even the snaps, but like getting like pushed back. That were just bad highlights.
It's funny though when you look back on it, we thought those were bad until we saw Green last year.
Right? You warned us. Hey, you warned us last offseason. You tried warning us.
Yeah.
I messed up.
But we did see some people in the chat. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. That they said what was going on with Haskins. ESPN, I guess, was reporting that he was intoxicated. That's what they're trying to say. And people are basically kind of like, if he was drunk or not, why does it matter at this stage, bro? Like, it doesn't matter. He lost his life type situation.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So they said, I didn't see any of the details, but I'm with you, man. It doesn't matter what was going on. At the end of the day, the dude's life is gone. That sucks.
Yeah. Fish momentum. Moats and Deke. Bring him back. Hashtag Munchak.
Hey, man. If it was up to us, he's back.
Sure.
If it was.
Come on, yeah. Bro. If Munchak comes back, it's a lock for the Super Bowl. Munchak, the X Factor.
I mean, he would have Dan Moore playing like that guy.
Fish momentum. Steelers Super Bowl bound. I don't even think he's bringing up Munchak either.
Oh, he's just with it now.
He's thinking as is. Hashtag my Steelers stories.
That's not an issue, though. That's a good thing. I need optimism like that, man. We need that.
That's all I'm feeling.
Absolutely.
Fish momentum. Happy 143 day. I don't know what that means. Fun fact. I met Mr. Rogers.
Day, right? That's I love you day.
As a kid.
Yeah. 143 is the apparently Mr. Rogers, that was like his I love you thing.
Why? Because like the 3 is like the top of the heart.
I don't know why, but I saw it because it was a shirt that they were dropping. What was that, like Steel City brand or whatever?
Okay.
They were dropping a 143 shirt, and I liked it. And I was like, yeah, what's 143 stand for? And they were like, oh, this is based on Mr. Rogers, like the show. I never watched Mr. Rogers growing up. Like I said, it just wasn't for me. But apparently that was how he would say I love you. That was like his thing. Yeah.
Pittsburgh
the shirt
icon.
was dope. I still might get the shirt. I just don't I don't identify with it like that. So I was kind of conflicted. Like, yo, can I wear this shirt if I don't identify like that with the dude? But I just like the design. Yeah, it's certain shirts you like. I just like the design. I don't care about what's behind. I just like how it looks. That's kind of how I felt about the 143 shirt.
Mr. Rogers was a good guy, though. I mean, they got a movie made after him.
That's what I hear. It's like I said, it's just different, man.
Fish momentum. If either of them don't work, I'll block for y'all. Fish momentum at left tackle.
Enough. He's more like a guard, though.
Okay.
I like you more as a guard. If Dotson's slacking up, man, I like you in there. I think that's fair.
So he's the pressure that we need to put on Dotson?
I don't know if this can create the same pressure that he needs, but it could work.
Okay.
It could work. Like, yo, we got this bad son of a gun. Listen, Dotson. This dude right here, he has a chance to be like the next greatest ever of all time left guard. And he doesn't wear a do-rag. You better be careful. Just tell him something like that, man. Gotta get that fired up. Gotta include the do-rag, though. Gotta do that.
He also says, Cummings said Elton John and Tim Rice said Iron smoked a lot. Hashtag be prepared.
So that's why
can't wait for the next live show.
So that was going on with the voice? That was you telling me? All right. If that's what was going on with it, I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Oh, and Rod Dollar did clarify the 143. He says the 1 is the I, the number 4 is for love, and then 3 is you.
I wonder what the reasoning is.
I do not know, bro.
Wonder.
You're from Pittsburgh. You're supposed to know this, bro.
I don't know that.
How do you grew up watching? You look like you grew up watching Mr. Rogers, bro. I could see that being like, oh, Deke coming home from school. Hey, hey, daddy and mommy, Deke. Hey,
I faintly remember it.
Yay!
No, I faintly remember that being on, like whenever I'd be over, like my grandparents. Yeah. I don't remember much from it though.
Would you like? I can see
in
you
terms of
Indian
cartoons
style watching. Mr.
I'm
Rogers,
sure he was on
watching Bob Ross.
I was probably so young.
Yeah.
Cartoons I remember more Nickelodeon stuff like Hey Arnold.
I can see you watching some Sesame Street. Like you, that look like that's your vibe, bro. Like if you're like Little Deke, like that's
I can't give you a definitive answer on it. You'd have to ask my mom.
Fair enough.
I have no clue.
Talk to Mama Deke.
Like I said, the cartoons I remember more like Tom and Jerry, Hey Arnold, Nickelodeon stuff.
Okay.
Cartoon Network, yeah.
Oh, so Kurt Von A is saying it's for the number of letters. The amount of letters in each word. So I, 1, love, 4, and then you being 3. Okay. I guess I could roll with it. I guess I could roll with that.
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, you can't call it a stretch. It makes sense.
I think so.
Yeah, when I first saw the 143, I was thinking like a pager though, because apparently like with pages you could do like little codes and stuff like that. That was a little bit before
Morse code
my
or something.
time. Yeah. Not Morse code, but like they could because like when I was growing up, I was like I said a little bit too young for pages. My parents looked at pages as like that's what drug dealers had. But like my wife, she's a little bit older, so she's in that area where she's like, no man, we used to type in codes like that and everything had a message. So I was like, okay, cool, I can get it. I just wasn't a part of that era, so that's why I wasn't sure if the 143 was a part of that code. I'm like, is it pager talk?
I see what you're saying.
I don't know, Yeah.
Evan Griffin says, no way. Finally made it live.
Yo,
love you, boys.
Let's go. Let's go. Evan, shout out to you, man. We've been waiting on you this whole time. How many episodes do we have? This 309 episodes just to get you here for one. But we are glad you're here, man. We appreciate you. Don't be a stranger. Come back for more, though, all right?
Fish Momentum says, he said you can hear every Marlboro he ever smoked.
Bruh. I mean, he does have one of those voices, though. But it's an iconic voice. So if it is created by Marlboros, then I think he has to keep going with it. Because his voice in Lion King and his voice in Die Hard, I mean, I'm just like, bruh, like, I like this. Hey, we don't get a sniff out of me. Like, he got one of them voices, bro. Without a doubt.
And then King Whopper brings up Haskins again. Y'all see the news about Haskins. So I guess it did happen like 10, 12 minutes ago or something.
Oh, you're reading it right now?
Well, yeah, ESPN has the report, and that's what it says. Haskins was legally drunk at time of death, according to toxicology report. So there's that. I mean, I'm with you and kind of what people are saying in the chat. It's like, I don't know, that stuff doesn't really matter. I mean, dude passed away. I mean, it's just it's an all-around sucky situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, and just revisiting it, even when he passed away, like, I know from my perspective, when they said he was, struck by a vehicle, I just kind of chalked it up as accidents happen, things happen, not somebody has to be wrong, somebody has to be responsible for anything like that. That was just my perspective on it. But, yeah, it doesn't change my opinion even now.
It doesn't change my opinion on Haskins either.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm like, it's not illegal to be drinking, man. And even if you were drinking and it happened to be behind the wheel, which we don't recommend in any capacity, still doesn't mean that you should lose your life or somebody else should lose a life for it either, man. But yeah, that definitely sucks, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Official Momentum. Cummings played Scar in the sequel.
Okay.
Evan Griffin
we
says...
We learned a lot about this. We're going to know everything about The Lion King and, more importantly, Scar. Because you Official Moment, why you don't ever give us any, like, cool stories about Simba? You don't like Simba? What about Nala? What about Timon and Pumbaa? Huh? We won't never get no action about them dudes, man. I'm about to have to put you on the pop quiz, man, for this Lion King action. Double check you, baby.
Evan Griffin, I'm Aussie. I barely even wake up when you guys are done. Makes sense. Time difference.
Time, yeah.
Jacob Malacio says, sing the Gumballa song. Rest in peace, Haskins.
I think it's the Gambler.
I'm sorry. I botched that up.
Sing the Gambler song. You did it with confidence, though.
I did. Wait, how'd you say it again? Gumballa?
That's what you said. It's Gambler.
Gambler.
Like what I'm saying it. What had you Gambler? Yeah. What's it? Say the Gumballa song.
Oh, what the? Oh, that was. Yeah, did not.
I was like, what?
Yeah, did not.
I said, sing the Gambler. I was like, bro, what is a Gambler? Like,
yeah, I
know what you was at, man.
I have no clue what I was thinking there.
That was pretty funny, bro.
I did not.
That was pretty funny.
Relate that to the 1-800-GAMBLER song.
Yeah.
I did not.
It's like, yo, Deke, what did you just read, bro?
That's funny.
Yeah. But we're good then. We're good. So, yes, the Gambler song. The Gambler. Yeah. And that's coming soon, man. Only seeing that on days where they taking care of us. And they already have us locked in for the season. So when the season starts, man, you will be getting that Gambler as much as you need to, baby. All right? And make sure you use them promo codes when that time happens. But, yeah.
Fisher Momentum says, Moats, you let me call in. I'll talk Lion King.
Oh, all right. Okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, because I'm a Lion King dude. Deke, I don't know if he's a big Lion King guy, but Lion King, I rocks with the Lion King.
All right, that's it for the Super Chats. We're all caught up.
All righty. So let's get to this next topic, which is Oh, this is the fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Vick. Shout out to the homie, man. We talked about it. We said, man, I had one of my former teammates, contemplate coming out of retirement. Thought about it. Even so much that, if I remember correctly, we thought about bringing him here. No, excuse me, not thinking about bringing him here in the sense of, we want him here on the squad, but in the sense of talking about him. That's what I was thinking about. Excuse me on that one. Yeah. But Michael Vick, man. So this would have been I think it was leading up to Friday, the
this
reports were
weekend.
that, he was interested in coming out of retirement to play in the Fan Control League, which is essentially like a glorified 7-on-7, but they're in pads. The fans obviously get to dictate the plays that are called. T.O., Terrell Owens, Hall of Famer, he plays in it. Johnny Manziel has played in it as well. But then he had a change of heart, man. Had a change of heart. So initially when he was talking about it, he was saying that seeing guys like T.O. come out and play and have success at 48 years old, it had him thinking, about doing a similar thing. I don't know what happened over the next day or two to make him change his mind, but
I think he made the right decision.
I do as well. But he went back, I think it was 2 days later, and puts out a tweet saying that, when he retired for a reason. He hung the cleats up and they're not coming back out and all this other stuff. For me, I am very, very happy that my dog stayed retired. Certain players, I'm just like, bro, your legacy is too set in stone.
Yeah.
Don't why allow one of those guys to tee off on you? Who knows? It probably wouldn't happen, but if it did,
I don't want to see him in those fan-controlled league jerseys. I don't need to see that.
I don't want to see that, man.
Exactly. Whereas T.O., I think we could both agree, kind of makes sense.
It fits. That's T.O. when
did the T.O. show kind of started dabbling in that
When
type
T.O.
of
was
stuff?
upset with the Hall of Fame, he said, I'm going to have my own ceremony. I'm not going to Canton. That's T.O. So, yes, it makes sense when you're watching T.O. It's yo, T.O. done bounced around. He was in Seattle for a little while. This is T.O. This is what T.O. does. We ain't tripping. This ain't Vic. This is not Vic.
No, exactly.
This is definitely not Vic, bro.
No, he's got as you mentioned, the iconic status, the legend of Vic.
Yes, bro.
Just leave that as it is.
Why? Do not touch that. Don't even I was surprised when I first saw the reports about him thinking about it. I was literally on a radio show talking about it. I'm thinking to myself this whole time as I'm reacting in time. This is before he changed his mind. And I'm just like, is Vic really serious about playing in this league? I know he ran the 40, was it last year? He ran the 4.7 or whatever, and that was cool. I know he was doing the flag football thing where he was coaching them. Talking about the one where it was this was probably before COVID. They had I
don't even remember.
It was a retired football player or retired NFL players $1 million flag football league. So whoever won, we get $1 million. And there was some notable names in there. I think Ocho Cinco was in that for a little bit.
That's different than this.
But that was way different. It's flag football, and you knew it was bro, we're not tripping on that. This, you're yo, you're going to get hit. And this is gimmicky. It's not even
It's gimmicky. You're actually throwing on a helmet, though.
Yeah.
People are going to watch this, talk about it. No one's talking about that flag football thing.
Not at all.
It's
not
like
at
you
all,
said,
man.
maybe was it a charity thing? Or who knows? But this is actual football.
Yeah. And
with T.O., this fits him perfectly because he's also talking about actually getting back in the NFL.
Yes.
For Vic, you're not on that path at all. Yeah. Why do it? Why do it? Stay retired. He's on FS1. Right. I see him on the Herd. I see him doing.
But he's even
some of the hits on different shows.
Fox for the playoffs. He's one of their analysts then.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm bro.
Because I like his insight a lot. Whenever they're talking about quarterbacks, I really like his insight.
He's super smooth in his delivery also. That's why we love Vic. That's why I love Vic. Vic is that dude, man. But yeah, I was very glad to see that he changed his mind. That not the guy for that. But then it got me wondering. Seeing T.O., seeing Manziel, and then even the fact that Vic even having interest in this league, how much it got attention. It was on ESPN. It was up there. You could see it. It was talked about. We're talking about it now. Had me thinking, man, is there a guy that we would want to potentially see in this role, man? Potentially see joining this fan-controlled league?
I just don't think I understand the league, to be honest. How many teams are there?
It's 8 teams. They play a 7-on-7 style of game. It's very fast-paced. The field is condensed.
I think that's where it loses me because the theory, Manziel already did it. T already did it. I mean, those are the guys you're talking about because
the other guy I think of is Kaepernick.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but I think
I would rather.
Above this,
I think I'd rather see them in the XFL or the actual football. 11-on-11. I'd rather see that. Tebow, Kaepernick, Manziel, T.O., guys with names. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of anyone else.
See, I don't think I think Kaepernick with
Peterman.
I think Kaepernick would be fine in
Trace
a USFL. When I think of Kaepernick in a USFL or XFL, yes. I don't think Kaepernick needs to do this. I could see Tebow this version because I mean we've seen Tebow.
I think that's even a bad look for him. Though,
you think so? We've seen him as trying to play quarterback, bro. Is he? Oh, that's the question. If he's at tight end, would you want him in the USFL? Would you see him in this league as a tight end?
I just feel like the USFL or XFL have more credibility. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm an old fogey now.
It does.
I'm an old man.
It does have more credibility, but what I'm saying is in the sense of older players aren't going to just step in that USFL and think they're going to be dogs. Like those dudes are young. They still are in the heat of it trying to get it on. All I'm saying is context purposes, like to see one of these guys that's retired, been out the league, and who we don't think necessarily or have a realistic chance of making it back to the league. I don't personally throw them into that USFL and XFL class because I know what them do. Like those are guys that are trying to get it. Those are guys that are out there trying to knock you out or themselves out with the hopes of even getting on a practice squad. When we talking about the guys that we just named, they're not trying to necessarily deal with that type of energy, that type of like dog eat dog world. That's why you don't hear me talk about coming out of retirement. I know, like, bro, when they talk about, man, when you done got fat and you done got your money, you feeling confident and you good, that dog don't hit the same. I believe it. I think of me at 34 versus me at 24 versus me at 22. Different mindset. Smarter now, but that one back then is a killer, you know? And when I think of a Tebow trying to play in one of them leagues right now, I'm like, I don't think that works out well. I think it's going to look like how I did in the preseason for him if he was at tight end.
I'm sorry, but I don't know if anyone should do this. There's no attachment to any. You got the Glacier Boys, the Beast,
it's
the SB Stars, the Zappers.
It's gimmicky, but it gives you a chance to get back out. If you got an itch, it lets you scratch it. This is a safer way of scratching the itch, though. I think the USFL and the XFL, man, I don't think that's how you want to scratch that itch for some of these dudes, man.
So Manziel and T.O. already did it, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anyone that if they were to say, hey, I'm going to do this, that I'm going to watch anyway. Yeah. Because Vic, I wasn't going to watch Vic. Maybe I was going to watch the highlights or something.
Watch Vic,
I wasn't going to watch it live. There's no way.
You was going to tune in for Vic, bro.
I'd see a highlight or two on YouTube.
Man. Look. I definitely would have tuned in for Vic. I was watching the Maulers again.
It would have been tough to see, though.
I watched the Maulers again this weekend. Yeah, it would have been very tough to see. But I would have watched it because it's my guy. Like, yeah, I'm loyal to my guys. That's why I watched the Maulers again this weekend. As I was saying, my JMU guy was at quarterback again. I tuned in again. I'm loyal to my people. So I definitely would have tuned in for the homie.
Is this an AB type of thing?
No.
You don't think?
No.
It looks like these... have relationships to like NFT stuff.
Would he play in it?
Ballers Collective NFTs. Like these guys are advanced here.
I mean, where he's at,
I could see him doing something like that.
I mean, where he's at right now, it's just you right.
Try to increase value on an NFT. Like
you know what?
There's an NFT attached to a helmet.
You might be right. I was thinking more USFL or XFL, but you might be right. AB is he's different right now. So.
Yeah, he's got NFT. Like I could see it. They have like, what would you say? Hold on. I'm trying to get this visually right here. You got, you know how they're saying with these NFTs, they could almost be used as artwork because you get screens and you put what NFTs you own up on the screens in your house, like and display
and just leave them up there. Yeah.
Like, could you not see that happening on like a helmet?
For AB,
like the logo as an NFT.
For AB, I definitely could.
This was the NFT that AB had on his helmet during the FCF game. I could see AB doing something like that. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that well, but
that works though. I'm with you.
But I'm just on their website. They're associated with NFTs and all this other stuff. It's not something I'm watching, so I suggest no one do it. To be honest with you. But to each their own. I'm not watching it.
But I think it works. I think it's all right though, man.
Who's watching this?
Bro, no, funny thing, they had it's like 12 million views so far. Yeah, but
is that just on one stream or all of them combined?
They didn't give the specifics, but it's because it's on like Twitch, Peacock, like NBC, the apps and stuff like that. So it's different than like a USFL where we can watch it on like your traditional like linear TV, which is what we turn on and hear. Yeah, with that, it's strictly streaming and streaming only. So that's also part.
And like, how does it work? Where T.O. just plays one game and he's done?
I don't know.
He's not. Maybe it was the Zappers, right?
Yeah, because even with Vic,
so can he just join the Knights next week?
But the way the Vic situation was supposed to be was he was supposed to wait until like the last week of the regular season, then play, and then postseason potentially. So I don't think they like for certain players. I think, man, if it's a name like Vick, you make the rules work for Vick. Same way I think with T.O. It's like, yo, if T.O. wants to get on, like, yo, T.O.'s gonna get his opportunity, man.
So, here we go. All right, they actually have like rosters. James Harden is on the Zappers.
James Harden, who?
Well, James Harden.
That's not James Harden. That's a guy named James with the last name Harden. That's just James Harden. What is his name?
They actually have rosters, so there's carryover, it looks like. Dalvin Cook's a co-owner of the Zappers.
Oh.
Ronnie Singh, that's the dude from 2K. Ronnie 2K,
Yeah,
he's an owner. Trevor May, I have no clue who that is. He's a pitcher for the Mets.
Okay.
Bob Menery, I know who that is. He's the guy. Did you ever see his stuff?
I did not.
He spoofs as an announcer. He's pretty funny. He does podcasts and stuff now. Those are actually some names in terms of owners.
Yeah. Is that for one particular team?
That's just that was one team. So hold on, let me see who's the owner of this team.
I was not expecting that. Dang.
80 KI. What is this?
I said Okie. 8 Okie.
That's who it is actually. He's the owner of this team.
Oh, like the DJ, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's the owner.
Wow.
Okay, let's look at another team.
Is he the only owner for that team?
Yeah, only owner. So the Zappers had multi-owners.
All right, they said little people with them Zappers. That's why.
The SB Stars, Drewski.
Okay.
ASM, I don't know what that is.
Wow.
Rachel Lindsay, Austin Eckler.
Okay.
They have Drewski on here twice, so he's two-time owner.
Who's the Rachel Lindsay person?
Bachelorette? Hold on. She may have found her husband on The Bachelorette, but sports are her true first love. And the former ESPN star and TV host is bringing that passion to the FCF. I've never seen her on ESPN.
I have not either. Okay, fair enough, though.
Do you want to hear any more?
I do. Now I'm intrigued, low-key, man.
All right, so we went through 3 of them. I mean, we might as well go through all 5.
It's only 8 teams, right? So
yeah.
It ain't that many.
The Glacier Boys. Quavo.
Whoa, they got some owners.
Aiden Ross. Richard Sherman.
Bro, whoa.
Destroying.
They got some dudes, man.
I mean,
I think it's a chance, bro.
For this league to make it?
I think it's a chance, man. They got some
Marshawn Lynch.
Money, let's
what
go.
team is this? Oh, I'll tell you the team after. Myro. Who's that? He's saying wrestling? You know him from wrestling?
I don't know him, no.
Renee Montgomery, WNBA player.
Okay.
So that's 3, 4. Hold on, let me get the team name.
I need to put my little money over there too, then, man. Let me hop in the game.
That was the
boys,
beast.
Man.
That was the beast. So that makes sense. Marshawn Lynch owns that team.
Everybody getting the team. You trying to go in half with me?
I don't want to be an owner of these teams.
Why not, bro? We go have get an NFT. Go ahead. What's up, bro?
I'm good.
You sure?
Nah, this doesn't intrigue me.
What?
Too gimmicky.
Oh man.
Like you said.
It's different. Did you just click on the same thing?
I did. We got 2 more. Kingpins and the Bored Apes. Like, the Bored Apes, that's named after that whole NFT thing. They named their team that.
I know.
The Kingpins. This looks like another NFT thing. Look.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. And that's the ownership group?
I guess. There's ownership groups.
Jeez.
Maybe I'm the one that's just behind on all this.
Come on,
Maybe
man.
I'm the one that's wrong.
This is the metaverse. You got to get with the new times, bro. Roll with it, man.
Here's the Bored Apes, and they're owned by Bored Ape FC, Bored Ape Football Club.
There we go. All right.
I don't know how that works.
Okay.
I guess maybe it is a collective of people that are part of the Bored Ape ownership group. I have no clue.
Oh, and shout out to Nick Y. He hooked me up right here with the answer. Myro, the guy that you asked me about, did I know from wrestling? He said his name is Rusev. So yes, I do know Rusev. I did not know Myro, and because I could not see the picture of what that guy's face looked like, that makes a lot of sense. But I definitely know Rusev. Rusev was that dude, man. Him and Lana, bro. Yeah, they were a nice little tandem.
Oh man, Juan Rangel just throws the disrespect out there. Says Big Ben got to play in that league.
Ooh,
hell no.
Ooh.
We talk about Vic not playing. Big Ben, hell no. Hell no.
Ooh.
That'd be bad.
Wow. Yeah, they trying the homie.
Come on, bro.
No, bro. No way.
Come on, bro. Get out of here.
No, 0 chance, sir. 0 chance.
I don't know what to make of this.
Maybe
I'm behind on the times or what. Because you're right. There are some names to those owners.
Names, bro. Very formidable names, man. And
I still don't see it working out.
People talk about like the NFT circuit, the metaverse circuit is like, what's happening? That's the new thing. You know, maybe this is just ahead of the curve.
I feel like they're scams, to be honest with you. I don't want to write them off completely because there's a portion of it I do understand.
Mm-hmm.
But how you can tell me one little picture is worth like $50,000 just because you said so, or just because a celebrity owned it previously or because other celebrities are hyping it up.
But
we got to get over that.
No, but the way that I've understood it is kind of like if Picasso made a picture for you and you owned it, like we know it's a certain amount of value. Now, it can be knockoffs. People can copy it and all this other stuff, but it's not going to hold that same value as you holding that like original piece. That's kind of how it was explained to me as like,
that's part of it too.
Like in that part, but it's more, it's a digital thing. So instead of it being like a hard, tangible, I got a canvas and stuff like that, it's just digitally created. And,
and that's what I was trying to explain earlier. Like people are going to start having basically TV screens or just specific display pieces for those NFTs to have in their house, and then they'll probably have the serial code underneath it to let you know, like, this is it, and you can actually see it and enjoy looking at it as an artwork.
Think about Starry Night, the Van Gogh painting, where it's the night and everything is like watercolor circles, right? How many copies of that particular design have you seen? Thousands of it, right? Whether it's on print, canvas, whatever. But none of those have the same value in terms of a price point as like that original one. So that's, like I said, just the way that I understood the NFT stuff. I definitely can understand though why people are skeptical of it, man. When you start talking digital, not as regulated, yes, I see people talk about the money ladder. I see people talk about all that part, and I can definitely understand it. But that's just the other side where I'm just like, all right, I can see what you're trying to make it into. Not you, but like what they're trying to say it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, is that it? All we got for the FCF? I don't really want to promote anyone to do this league.
But that was cool, though, learning about the owners, though, there in that league, man.
It's good to learn, yes.
Yeah, that was definitely dope.
It's good to learn new things, but
absolutely.
Anyone of substance or anyone that I kind of look at and say, like, yeah, you had a good NFL career.
Don't play in that league.
I don't know, man. It's just...
Let's see. Former Steelers.
It is. It's kind of gimmicky.
Former Steelers we could put in there.
No, I'm good.
Tay, what about Martavis?
No.
Tay's too good for the league? Tay's been sitting.
If he's trying to make the NFL comeback, that's the only.
How
that's
could
the only
he
way.
get to there? He needs to start somewhere.
Okay.
He's missing on the USFL
maybe,
right
maybe
now.
You got my
XFL,
answer. Right
we got
there.
some time.
Maybe I could see Martavis.
L-Bell?
No.
We said AB potentially.
I'm not telling him to do it. I don't.
But it would make sense.
Promote it. But I could see AB doing it though, and
okay.
you're just like, come on, AB.
No,
no, we haven't fallen this far. No, come on, AB.
I'm just saying.
But in his opinion, he's probably not thinking he's falling for. He's probably thinking this is the next great opportunity. This is the future.
And
which he might be right.
I'm gonna make this thing bigger than what it is.
Exactly. He might be right. He said.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say if he's probably thinking if I'm involved, this thing's gonna be big time.
Yeah. And think about this though, bro. If AB were to join this fan control league, he would dominate the headlines until the game was played. Like that would be what is talked about. That would be a major story, bigger than anything that he's doing right now. So it could work. Man.
Yeah. And what's it for AB? That there's no way he's playing multiple games. It's got to be the TO thing. One game and you're done.
That's all you need. Just enough to get the name back out there. That's it.
Is there anyone else?
Like I said,
Justin Blackman. He's probably passed though, in terms of getting back into the league.
Josh Gordon.
Isn't he still on the Chiefs?
But
am I wrong?
You might be right. Never mind. You might be right.
I'll check.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, where is he on?
Yeah, he's on the Chiefs.
All right, so never mind then. Not him. All right, who could we do? Who would you put in there?
Martavis might be the good answer, actually.
Landry Jones.
No.
Mason gonna be starting. Watch. I better chill out.
Well, if you're asking me for players that you may actually get me to watch a highlight or something. Martavis would probably be the one.
Okay.
Mason wouldn't get.
You would definitely watch if Mason was in that league. Yes,
I think it's just because of what we do, though, and people are gonna be talking. I wouldn't want to. No, I wouldn't. No. If I wasn't doing what we're doing, I don't think I would check out Mason being in the FC. Actually, I mean,
you would check it out. Yes, you would. Yes, you.
Is anyone
would.
recommending him do it though?
I would hope not.
No.
Because to me, I'm like, you're an NFL quarterback. You do not need to be playing in that league.
Wouldn't that just be like, if Mac Jones does it though, or Trevor Lawrence? I guess everyone would be interested just because of who they are.
Who they are, absolutely.
But no one's recommending they do it.
Yeah. It's got to be Cap, bro. He's the one.
Cap and Martavis.
They the two. Okay.
But you thought Cap was more for like XFL, USFL?
To me personally, yes. I think he needs to be out there 11 on 11.
You think this could be the step to doing that though?
Potentially, yeah, because we just haven't seen him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him.
But this is weird because this is like smaller than an arena league football field. 7 on, I don't know.
But if you're a quarterback, I think it's different evaluating the quarterback in that setting because you're talking about ball placement. It don't matter how wide a field is if we're just talking about ball placement accuracy.
Right. That guy that was trying to throw at T.O. was terrible.
I would agree
with that. But T.O. did have some drops, though.
Yes, he did. What about, hold on. All right, so we said Mason. What about the yin to his yang?
Doc.
Yeah. Is he still in Canada? He was in Canada for a little while. I don't know if he's still up there.
No, yeah, he's done. He retired from football. He did. He said he retired from football. Made an announcement like a month ago, I think.
Then, man. It's the spot for him then. He could do this and duck call at the same time.
You know what would be interesting? You got Duck and AB on a team.
Oh.
Like the what if.
Just saying, bro.
All right. There's ways you can get creative with it, I guess. There's no way I'm watching this shit long term, though.
Yeah, zero
You
chance,
you can catch me on a highlight or just like, oh, Duck and AB are playing one game together. Yeah. And we would talk about it, though, that next day. You know we would.
I would watch the USFL weekly. I'd rather watch USFL on a weekly basis than watch the Fan Control League.
I can't even do that right now. I would do it more if remember we talked about maybe XFL or USFL being a minor league.
Yes. For
the Steelers or for NFL teams, I would probably pay more attention if that was the case.
See, to me, that's kind of how I look at it right now. Like, I know the USFL isn't branded like that, whereas the XFL will be branded like that. But for the USFL, watching these guys and knowing who they are and knowing the stage of their careers that they're in, that's how I look at it. I'm like, this is feeder league, best case scenario.
Yeah, I would be more interested if XFL team, there's a player or two, the Steelers have their rights, and we might be seeing them in training camp or some
the Pittsburgh
other thing
Mounds is our
preseason.
team, bro. Roll with them, man. Come on, bro. Just roll with them. And they got a JMU player, man. You got to roll with them.
Fake Pittsburgh.
Nah, they real Pittsburgh, man. Come on, bro. They
can't
got Pittsburgh. Why do you think they're a mauler? Because it's kind of like a Steeler.
Well, you see their logo. It's a guy.
Look like Steely. Like he doing some Steel
He
stuff.
does. He looks like a real version of Steely.
Come on, man.
Steelworker. That's what I mean.
That's what he is.
I don't know why they got.
Because they probably couldn't say Steel. So they say, all right, what's the next best thing is a mauler.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we're going to maul this steel. We're going to, get after it.
Pittsburgh Steelworkers, they could have called it.
Yeah. And then they were like, oh, we can't go black and gold. So we had to go, was that blue and orange or whatever? Yeah.
They tried doing that with the Arena League team, though. They did black and gold. What was it, the Pittsburgh Power?
Yeah, see, they ain't going to cut it, man. They ain't going to cut it.
Again, that didn't really stick either.
They ain't going to cut it, baby. All right. Let's get these last couple supers, man. After that, though, baby. Then, we'll go ahead and hit them with the Arrivederci.
Okay. Official momentum. Let me see here.
Holy cow. All right.
Jacob Malacio. And official momentum says, Moats, you, me, and Deke make a song. He's been on that. I don't know if it's ever happened.
Yeah, I'm producing it. Y'all got to get in the lab, man. Lyrics, beat, and all that stuff, man. Yeah.
Also says, my Steelers stories, be prepared, and Hakuna Matata. He's on his Lion King kick.
Matata. There it is. What a wonderful phrase. You are familiar with that song, right? Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, definitely.
I always feel I got to, ask you, man.
I've seen Lion King. Okay. I haven't seen the cartoon version in
Did
forever.
You see the real version?
I did. I really liked it.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Have you seen any other Broadways of it?
No.
Okay.
The real version was sick, though.
Yeah. No,
that came out, dope, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, the real version was dope. But I would also say, man, if you ever get a chance to see, the Broadway, whether it's coming to Pittsburgh or if you're, one of the places, New York or wherever else, bro, definitely check it out. It's dope.
Okay.
It is dope, bro.
Fish Momentum also says, Cap is going to be a doctor. Hashtag no return.
He said hashtag no return. Jeez.
Is he looking into that?
I thought he was still trying to play.
That's what I thought.
Wasn't it just a month ago?
Michigan.
He did the pro day, their spring game. That's what it was, yeah.
Also says, let me call Wednesday or Friday. I got you, Moats.
There it is.
Also says, how are them Welch's bottles, bro?
Turned up.
Let's get lit.
Let's go. I personally like to spike mine a little bit, but I'm with you, so it's all good.
Come on here. Hypothetical scenario. Miles Jack goes down.
Oh, Lord. Okay, all right, here we go.
Which player in their prime are you replacing him with to play alongside of Bush? Shazier, Timmons, Ferrier.
Prime? Give me Shay. Prime. Laudal's my dude.
Here's the question.
Ferrier was nice.
I'm with you. That's my initial answer.
Man.
But would Timmons or Ferrier fit better playing alongside with Bush? Shazier, Bush, two speedsters. Actually, that's probably better for the modern
I was
NFL.
about to say, yeah.
Shazier and Bush, two fast guys.
Absolutely. And I know Shea could cover. That's the other part. Whereas, like, Law Dog's the blitzer. We're blitzing Law Dog. That was the whole thing when it was him and Shea. We said, yo, Law, you gonna be the one blitzing. Shea, you cover whoever. But Shea was that freaky guy that we could literally say, you got that tight end right there. It doesn't matter who he is. That's your guy. Oh, you're gonna have to walk out in this slot. We not worried. You can take this guy. Oh, it's a fast running back. We are not tripping. You're faster. You're more athletic, and you actually know how to use your gifts. So yeah, for me, man, I would definitely have to go Shea, man. Tim is my dude, and we obviously know what Ferrier did when he got here, man, and he actually has hardware on top of that. That's the one thing that Shea doesn't have. I personally feel like we would have had it if he stays healthy. To this day, I don't care what no one says. I will forever feel like that, bro, forever. But yeah, man, yeah, I'm going Shea.
Jacob Malacio, Moats, go to the locker room and bring BK. What it is?
Oh, bring back what it is. That was AB little joint.
Oh.
Yeah. I think the last year he did it, was it 14, 15? Yeah, because he didn't do it the whole time I was there, but by the time I got there, that was definitely like his show. Like he'd walk around with a little Steelers hard hat on, no shirt, and like game pants. Like, this is welcome to what it is. Yo.
This is like Bud Dupree doing the interviews and stuff.
That type of stuff.
Okay. Fish Momentum says, y'all going to do tailgates at home games?
We're still contemplating and thinking through everything, but, you know, either way, if we don't, we will have recommendations for you, okay? Because we know some tailgaters now. You know we know some tailgaters now. Yeah, I know that. But we just got to see, you know, planning, scheduling, and stuff like that, if it's going to be feasible, it's going to work out. But stay tuned.
Steeler Nation on fire. I think the Steelers will keep both Derek and Connor because the Steelers can list Connor as a tight end instead of fullback.
I mean, you bring up a good point there.
Maybe.
They got to keep the brothers, man.
Yeah.
Storylines, man. We need names.
Bishop Momentum says, send Mason and Baker to that league.
Yo, you can't send them dudes to the fan league, man. Come on, man. They NFL caliber quarterbacks. Are they starting caliber quarterbacks 17 weeks? Well, hey, man, you know, everybody has different opinion on that. But they definitely above them fan control quarterback. You saw that one quarterback with you. I don't even know the dude's name, the one that was throwing the TO. That was not going to cut it. That's not even practice squad, man. I
could have done better than that.
Yeah, but I said that wasn't practice squad. I low-key felt like I was over here like, yo, G, let me just see what it looked like real quick, bro. I think I'm all right. Yeah.
Fish Momentum. We got to get Welsh's and watch the trilogy movies. Says Lion King 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Yo.
This is a funny one.
Lion King 1, 2, and 3. Man, now you got 3 is I don't really rock with 3. I'm just throwing it out there right now. 2 is straight though. 2 is I. 3, I don't rock with 3. I don't really care.
How about this one?
Definitely 2 though.
Team Amber Heard or Johnny Depp?
Bruh, what is going on with you people? What is this? I'm gonna roll with Johnny Depp, but I am not a fan of any of what was taking place in that situation right there. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention to either or.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it seems like everyone is pro Johnny Depp. They think Amber Heard. Is that what?
That's The more and more of the details coming out, they're obviously on going through the trial right now. But the more and more details that come out, it looks like she was very abusive towards that man. Yeah, and not just mentally. We're talking physically. Yeah, and he was just
that goes in line with what it seems like everyone's been talking about.
He was just kind of like taking it, but initially like it was painting him as the bad guy, and now it's coming out like, oh no.
Oh, so you've been tuning in? Is this like one of the movies you watch?
No, this is real life.
No, I know, but is this kind of what gets you into it?
Yeah, because it's that type of stuff. Yeah. Like I like fact stuff, and then I also like.
That's wild though. This actually happened. Like
that was my thing.
Johnny Depp, you know, where would you rank him in terms of actors of all time? Like big time actor, and then Amber Heard's a big time actress in her own right.
And then you also, when you think of like domestic violence, you never think of it being the guy. It's always the girl, right? Or at least that's always how it's portrayed. And I know as a guy, I'm always like, bro, nah, man, we done been domesticated every once in a while. Like it happens. Not speaking in my present, but. People have experiences before, man. He's like, nah, bro. It's some females out here, man. Some females out here, bro. Shoot, we ain't gonna do that. But just know, like, yes, there are times where the guy is the victim. So it's pleasant to see Johnny getting the respect and support in this vein right here.
Yeah,
but it's just unfortunate all around, though, man.
Okay, yeah.
That's toxic at its finest, man. I'm team not toxic relationship. I like non-toxicity in my relationships. Yeah.
That's what Trina Steel Diva says. Team
Yeah,
depth,
bro.
but they both crazy af.
No, seriously, bro. Yes.
I don't really know much about. I've seen a
bro.
clip or two here on TikTok or Twitter, and it does seem everything's pointing in depth direction.
Because
everything.
The thing was, obviously the trial is getting more and more out, but even when they first set up the date and it was like, okay, these are some of the findings, even then you were looking like, bro, she low-key crazy. And then you're hearing he's like, oh, you did that to him and you didn't say anything, Johnny? What the? Yeah, it's crazy.
That's wow.
Crazy.
You feel bad for him, man.
I kind of feel bad, but then at the same time, I'm like, bro, y'all both did what y'all was.
Okay, that's what I mean. I don't know all this.
Johnny is Johnny is definitely the one that we're gonna side with in the end and be like, you know what, man, both of y'all was crazy, but you were the innocenter of the, But yeah, it's definitely, yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. I'll trust you. I'll trust the chat here.
Just research and Google it. That's what I do. I like to research, and I'll just be sitting there, wifey be asleep. I kick my feet up, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I like to relax. Kick my feet up. I listen to my little woosah music, and I just start just Googling. Let me just read it. Let me learn something. I want, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, we got.
Bro, she was wilding though, bro. Like Deke, I promise you, Deke, when you Google some of the stuff that she was doing, bro, you're going to be like, what? And especially because, like you said, we've seen her as an actress, like, yo. And when you hear what, bro, it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Yeah. Wow.
Nuts, bro. It's nuts.
Steelers Nation, you're probably even thinking, like, how's this possible?
Yeah. It's sometimes I definitely thought that, man. Yeah.
I'm concerned. Not concerned or questioning whether I should even look it up.
I don't want to say it out loud, but the chat is saying one of the things that she did do. Allegedly. That's what they're saying. Yes. Mm-hmm. Did you see it?
OBJ? Is OBJ tuning in to this trial?
Yo, you crazy. But it's just, hey, it was some nonsense going on in that room. That's all I'm gonna say. It was some nonsense going on.
Wow.
I said, wow. Yeah, for those who don't know, y'all just Google it. If you Google it, y'all will see everything that you need to see. But yes, I did see,
Trina Steel Diva saying this, that she might have snorted cocaine on the stand.
Yeah.
There's that video going around where she had the napkin
she was
and
acting kind of crap. All right. So, yes. But shout out to that question. I don't even remember who put that question in
Young
there.
Lou.
Yeah.
There's no one that's Team Amber Heard, right?
I don't know how you could be with some of the stuff that she's brought, some of these accusations, bro. Like, Deke, I go to the restroom consistently when I have to go to the bathroom. I thought that was normal practice. Apparently that is not. Okay. That's what I've learned through this process. I'm serious. That's what I've learned, man. It's just, yeah. Anywho, let's wrap up these supers because it is 47. I know I'm gonna have to cook tonight and I'm gonna get in trouble, and I don't care. You know why? Because I'm with you today, man. And you got the taco meat out, wife. You understand?
Yeah, clean shaven too.
I know, bro. It's just rare we get this look, and because of that, now we got this Amber Heard and Johnny Depp convo going on. Richard Stone just said AB dating Amber Heard next. I hope not. Lord, don't, boy. Oh no. The way my heart just felt right there, just thinking about them two together. Oh, what? Y'all don't want that. None of us need that. I don't even want to put that energy out there. Okay, we're just gonna keep going.
Why? Because you think there's like a 0.2% chance it happens?
Oh man, they're gonna hit you. We're trauma bonding. Yeah, we bond through our hearts. Oh man, they accuse me too. Oh yeah, man, it's us against the world, girl. We the new Bonnie and Clyde. No.
Steelers Nation on fire. If Shazier was back healthy and playing now, would the Steelers have even drafted Devin Bush? Probably not.
Yeah, if Shay was healthy, man, not at all. Yeah, bro, I love that. Bro, he was so nice, man.
Yeah, because we traded up to get Devin Bush. There's no way we make any trade up to get a linebacker. If Bush fell, maybe you're like, okay, we tag team him.
Bro, but you also got to think, man, when Shazier was doing that, you also had Vince coming into his zone, and they were the perfect combo of a guy that was highly skilled at beating running backs as a blitzer. And then you got this guy that was showing that he could be that cover guy. You're talking about that just perfect tandem.
Right.
Perfect tandem, bro. Yes, I don't think we would. I don't think we would have took him at all.
Fish Momentum says 2 is Simba's pride, and 1 1/2 is called Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
For the Lion King movies.
Is cool. Yeah, I'm not with that third one. I'm cool on the third one. I like the second one. Deception, disgrace. Ooh. Yeah, these are the little Lion King songs. Rob be all in them joints, bro. I can't help myself, man.
Think why? Thunder picks at number 2, number 12, number 30. What do you think? I don't know much about it. I know there's a top 3.
No. For me, man, I don't know if Chet. I like Chet Holmgren though. I don't mind them taking him at 2. Either him or Paulo Banchero, one of those two.
I'm talking about that Jabari Smith too, being in
the
top 3 of anyone could go 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah. So I said, but after that, I couldn't tell you 12 and 30, but at 2, I'm taking one of those guys. Yeah.
Oh, depends on who the Magic pick.
Mm-hmm.
Fish Momentum can't watch Pirates of the Caribbean the same.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Hey, it'll change your life, bro. Change your life, man.
Young Lou, she poop on his bed. LMAO. She's crazy AF. Fish Momentum.
Like, bro, she really was crazy. Yo, all right, I don't want to have this conversation, but I'm going to have this conversation because I can't help myself. If a person defecates on your bed, do they wipe? Do they wash their hands? Like the practical stuff. And who cleans up said defecation?
You go to the bathroom after you do that.
And who cleans up said defecation? And was it a one stop, everything came out on time, or did it take more? Like, it's a lot that goes into that. And that's why I'm like, it's gross, but I'm kind of intrigued, bro.
Well, here's my question. Did she do it out of spite to, like, get at him?
I don't think it was accidental.
Yeah, right.
And you don't accidentally.
Because that's the only way you're doing that, right? Exactly. You're doing it to someone. So, yeah, I think you just go back to the bathroom and act normal.
In Deke, if you're in this situation, if you're sitting on the bed and you're with a lady friend.
Was Johnny Depp there when this happened?
I don't know. But we'll do 2 hypotheticals and then we'll wrap it up, all right?
Okay.
So hypothetical 1 is you're in the bed, you're chilling, and y'all having a little bit of a disagreement, and she decides to, relieve herself with the physical bowel movement.
Yeah.
On your bed.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that? Are you cleaning it? Are you leaving? Are you calling the authorities?
Yeah, I think you're just leaving. I think you're leaving.
Okay.
You're just leaving, and
are you leaving it on the bed while you leave?
You're just you got to get out. You just got to get out of there. You got to get out of there.
So you know what that thing gonna smell like when you get back, though.
Yeah, you got to get out of there and then sort things out away from there. I think, you said, call authority. I don't know. Call her back. Like, yo, you got to clean this. You got to get out of the house.
Somebody got to clean it up. Somebody got to clean it up.
Exactly. You just got to get out of there, though.
Yeah, that is the absolute safest, most correct answer I could think of as well. Run. Call the authorities outdoors, but you got to get up out of there, man. Yeah. I'm not cleaning it, though, bro. I'm feeling some type of way about that. I can't clean it.
Nah.
I'm not. I'm out. Like, that would be my hard stance on that thing. Like, bro, foot down. I can't do it, bro.
Well, I think you're done after that, too. But I guess in this case, they weren't done as a relationship.
And that's why I say...
I was going to say, you could just hire a cleaning crew or something to do it.
That's why I say I don't put it all on one or the other, because I'm like, y'all both still was... Yeah. If you sticking with a person that's doing this type of stuff, bro, like, come on, man. Yeah.
Right. Depp should have left, is what you're saying.
I strongly say that. I strongly say that. Yes. Hey, and Jamie Carlo... I know you said what we talking about. Blame Young Lou. This was Young Lou's idea. He brought this topic up. We're just doing our job. We're just having this conversation. But it's Young Lou's fault. Shout out to Young Lou.
Fish Momentum says, why Deke cheesing like Pennywise and the Joker?
Maybe you're intrigued by little Amber. You into the little,
No.
No,
that's not my lane.
You're not into that?
No.
It's all right if you are, man. It's what you call demon time. Some people are on that type of stuff, man.
It's not my lane.
It's cool. I'm not judging you. Chocolate ice cream, people like it. It's acquired taste. So maybe you're into the chocolate game. Maybe you're into that type of stuff,
That's not me.
You sure?
No, that's not me.
I'm not judging you either way, bro.
No, I know you're not
I'm
a
not
judgmental guy, but I'm just being straight up. No, that's not me.
And I know it's like a popular genre. I think Megan Thee Stallion said like people are bottom feeders when they start playing with that region. So I mean, like, hey man, it's all good, bro. It's all good. You still my dog regardless.
I appreciate that.
Regardless.
But no, you're not gonna.
We're not gonna share a drink ever, but you still my dog, bro. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We got Juan Rangel saying though. He says I ain't scared like Deke. He says sign me up.
Bruh, y'all filthy. Stop it. Stop it. Don't you do that.
Well, Official Momentum says she'd be great for R. Kelly.
All right. We're out of here. God, dog, what is going on?
And I don't know what he's saying here, but he
man.
said before that, he says, Amber, because I pooped, wipe me down. I don't know where we're going with this. I have no clue.
I don't know. This, yeah. I'm just, yeah. Hold on. It's a term for this, though. For fecal, it's like, they call them like scat people. Like, maybe you're into the scat life.
I'm not, no. I'm not.
Yeah. You sure?
Like I said,
I'm not judging you.
I don't know.
I'm always here for you, bro.
There's the rumors out there about OBJ.
Just watch
but like,
your hands
I don't want to put that on them if they're false, because anyone could just make anything up.
They could.
That might be more his thing.
Yeah, just make sure you know. Yeah, that's hold your nose.
I'm good, bro.
Mask up. All right. So, anywho, can we finish? I
think we're good.
All right, good. I'm done with this. Yeah, this convo.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. I know you good right now, man. I know what you do stays behind closed doors. I got you, Deke, man. Hey, you a man of mystery, a man that walks that nightlife the way he's supposed to walk. Shout out to you. So, anywho, with that being said, baby, we appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe out here, okay? And if you're in any type of domestic relationship, call somebody if you need to, man. It's not serious. I mean, we take it seriously, man. Call somebody, get some help, man. Don't be like what we were just talking about, all right? So, yes. Oh, shoot, we did have a super just come in. You want to get that, and then we can finish this.
AJ Martinez. Myself, along with my daughter, are supporting Johnny Deke. I mean, depth shirts.
There we go, man. There we go. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the heck out of y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay real. And until next time, baby.
Peace.